Yeah. So, Afroz bhai, you can let people inside the Zoom as they come in. I'm assuming that no one can unmute themselves, right? So I'm hoping कि कोई पता नहीं वो the person who unmuted how he did that, but I don't think anyone should be able to unmute themselves. So any questions you have, right, you can put in the chat window. I will try to answer the questions based on what I see, because obviously there are a lot of people on the call. So I may not be able to answer every question, but at the end of it, we will have a question answer session. And you are free to join the session next time as well. I will not be giving any views right now. So, and in fact, I don't believe in giving views. We'll learn investing today, and then you can form your own views. All right. So let me start with my introduction. My name is Aditya, and I am the CEO at Sovereign. We started Sovereign almost 7-8 months back. Sovereign is an information platform and education platform. We teach investing, and we also provide information which matters. Our endeavor is to find information, find only important information. So I think world has a lot of information, but no one tells what's important information, right? So our endeavor is that we only share what is important information, and we don't share any non-important information. And so that's the endeavor. And the intent is that every Indian becomes financially independent and they learn investing, right? So that's the point. And uh, before starting this company, I was a senior vice president at Stanza Living, and before that, I was a vice president at Lenskart. I used to work with Piyush. I was the head of the Lenskart online channel. So Lenskart app, Lenskart website, all Lenskart digital assets, right? I was the head of those. And um, yeah, yeah. So I think this Themia Arnold, just 1 second, guys. Remove. Yeah. 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 So I think that's the problem when you open it to all. There are people who join in who don't want to study. So that's why I actually preferred not opening it all, but it's fine. Um, anyway, so we'll learn investing today. I have a presentation prepared. So let me start with let me share the presentation, right? So 1 second. Right. So I hope you can see the screen, right? Um, so I think the most important, uh, guys, can we remove this person? Um, let us not let some of these people enter um, the Zoom, right? They're creating troubles. Afroz bhai, can you not let these people in? I think I shouldn't have shared the link. So it's the problem. Some of these bad elements have entered. 1 second. Um, sorry guys, how do I solve this problem? Some of these guys are just creating troubles. You can disable annotation. Okay. How do I disable annotation? Can someone tell me that? 1 second. This is the problem with free things, man. Bad elements enter and then they create problems. Settings.
I think it's like again and again trying from a different email, I mean requests. So I'm keep removing them.
Yeah. Let's remove this.
Yeah.
Let's only
So
let proper names enter. जो भी proper
yeah,
names है ना, let's
yeah.
semi-honor.
Sure.
हाँ.
Yeah.
Annotation वो कहाँ पे करना है वो more एक minute देखा. Sorry guys. Yeah, just 1 second. Click more on the screen. Share controls for these annotation settings. More. Okay. More disable annotation for others. Okay, perfect. Annotation disable हो गया, right? I hope no one can annotate now, right? So perfect. Thanks for teaching me this as well. I think that's the problem with free things. That is why you should not be making things free. That's the problem. Yeah, I did it. So I think let's start now. Apologies for the delay because of these elements. So I think when we talk about investing, right? The yeah. So the most important thing is that I'm the master of my own company, right? You have to have that owner mindset कि भाई मैं इस company का मालिक हूँ, right? And an owner can't sort of leave the company midway, right? कि भाई छोड़ के तो भाग नहीं सकते. So that is why our intent should be that we should be investing for long term. So that is very, very important that our mindset should be that हम long term के लिए खरीद रहे हैं. But of course, we will understand the data and we can take calls in the journey. But our mindset should be that of a long term investor. So this is very important that I am the owner of my own company. And we must have a owner mindset when we are investing, right? So this is very, very important. Then I think let's move ahead. Let us look at let me start directly by giving practical examples, right? Because examples are very, very important. So let me start by giving practical examples so that people start seeing things as well. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So I hope you can see my screen, right? What I'll first do is that I will talk about the different aspects of a company, how to read the P&L of a company, right? So how many of you know how to read P&Ls? Can you say yes or no? If you know how to read P&Ls? Yes, right? So we will take some time to understand how to read the P&L. I think the first 30 minutes should be slightly basic, and then we will ramp up gears, right? So let us try to learn how to read P&Ls, right? And what exactly is a P&L? This is how quarterly results of a company look like. Okay. The first line in quarterly results is it's also called the top line or the sales. Sales is the sum of all money which a company gets from its customers in a year, right? So basically, let's say Lenskart has 1,000 customers, right? The total amount of money which all the customers pay Lenskart, that is the revenue of Lenskart. Now there are 4 quarters in a year: April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and Jan, Feb, March. Okay, every quarter a company is supposed to declare results. All right. This company had a sales of 1929 crores in the month of March 23, which means that the customers of this company, which can be individual customers or business customers, they paid 1929 crores to the company. Okay. Now every company has expenses as well. For example, when you go to a Lenskart store, right, the air conditioning is an expense. The The salary of the shopkeepers are an expense. The cost of the spectacles is an expense. So company has a lot of expenses that they have to incur to get the sales number. Right? Now you subtract the expenses from the sales, and that is called the operating profit of the company. In a way, it is the salary of the company from its business. All of us get a salary, right? Most of us would get a salary. So like we have a salary, company has operating profit, which the company gets from its core operations. Okay. You subtract expenses from sales and get the operating profit, right? The OPM percentage is operating profit divided by the sales. It's simple. You take the operating profit, divide by sales, and you get the operating profit margin percentage. Now, like we make money from other sources, right? We can make money from investing. We can make money by selling our second-hand products from our house. A company can also make other income. A company can sell an asset and make money. A company can do investments and make money. So that is basically the other income of the company, which is a non-operational income. अगर आप हमारी बात करें तो सैलरी के अलावा भी हमारे पास पैसा आता है, राइट? हम अपना मोबाइल फोन बेच सकते हैं, अपना पुराना लैपटॉप बेच सकते हैं, कुछ भी चीजें बेच के पैसा कमा सकते हैं, स्टॉक मार्केट से पैसा कमा सकते हैं, पार्ट टाइम जॉब से पैसा कमा सकते हैं. तो दैट मनी दैट वी गेट फ्रॉम नॉन कोर ऑपरेशंस इज कॉल्ड दी अदर इनकम. हमारे लिए भी वो अदर इनकम है और कंपनी के लिए भी वो अदर इनकम है, राइट? लाइक वी पे इंटरेस्ट. हम लोग को कर्जे पे इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ता है, ईएमआई देते हैं हम लोग, इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ता है. सिमिलरली कंपनीज आल्सो टेक लोन्स एंड उनको भी इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ता है, राइट? अ कंपनी कैन टेक अ लोन ऑफ 1000 crores एंड देन दे हैव टू पे द इंटरेस्ट ऑन दैट लोन. जैसे हम कर्जा लेते हैं, सिमिलरली द कंपनीज आल्सो टेक लोन्स एंड दे पे इंटरेस्ट. नाउ व्हाट इज डेप्रिसिएशन? Depreciation is the change. So let me ask a question. Let's say you buy a laptop for 1 lakh rupees. Okay. And the life of the laptop is 5 years. Right? आपने day 0 पे 1 lakh rupees दे दिए शॉपकीपर को. Now, after 1 year, how much value of laptop have you actually consumed? 20,000 रुपए. राइट? 1 लाख अपॉन 5. हर साल आप 20,000 रुपए कंज्यूम कर दोगे. आफ्टर 5 years the value will go to 0, right? So that 20,000 or the life or the monetary value of the asset that you have consumed, that is the depreciation, right? A company can have a steel plant. अब steel plant की जो life है, steel plant's life can't be maybe 20 years, right? So let's say steel plant को लगाने में 1000 crore रुपए लगते हैं. Let's say spending 1000 crore and the life of the steel plant is 20 years. How much monetary value will you lose per year when you set up the steel plant? 1000 crore and 20 years. How much monetary value will you lose per year? What will be the depreciation in this example? Question is 1000 crore and your 20 years. Can you answer in the chat box? 50 crore, right? Can everyone answer? 50 crore, right? So 50 crore is the depreciation in that case, right? Now we know what is interest. We know what is other income. We know what is depreciation. You subtract interest and depreciation and you add other income and you get the profit before tax. Okay, which is 302 crores. Like we pay income tax, the company also has to pay income tax or corporate tax, right? It's the same taxation. उनके लिए 27% होता है, 26-27, and they pay a tax to our government. And they pay some tax, and 221 crore is the net profit. Why there is difference in taxes? See, tax calculation itself is a task. Okay, company मेरे को tax, it's a proper task to calculate the taxes that a company needs to pay. तो थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे चलता है. इनफैक्ट काफी बारी वो ज्यादा ऊपर नीचे भी चल जाता है. आप भी अपने इनकम टैक्स को कैलकुलेट करवाते हो ना सीए से. So it's a complex task. It's not a simple task, right? So it takes time. वो टैक्स रेट थोड़ा बहुत फ्लक्चुएट करता है, not a problem. इनफैक्ट टैक्स रेट काफी हेवीली भी फ्लक्चुएट कर सकता है. But over a long run, around 25 to 27% is the tax which a company pays. right? So this company paid almost 80 crores of tax, and 221 crore is the net profit which is left, right? So what is EPS? EPS I will not explain right now. It's not needed. Okay. So just to read out the statement, 1929 crores of top line or revenue, or the money which this company got from its customers, 1571 crore of 1571 crores of expense, 357 crores of operating profit, 19% OPM margin, other income, interest, depreciation explained, and 221 crore of your net profit. Net profit is also called PAT, or profit after tax. All right. So it's also called PAT or profit after tax. Someone is asking, please explain interpretation of depreciation. More or less, individual line item se koi farak nahi padta. Depreciation is an expense. That is all you need to know right now. Don't worry about anything else. All right. Now, this company made 221 crores in March, 219 crores in December, right? And so on and so forth. Now, a basic question for everyone. What is the job of a company? Company का job क्या होता है? What is the job of a company? Any questions will be answered at the end of the session. So I will not unmute right now. All questions will be answered at the end of the session. You can type in the chat window, but no unmutes will happen right now. The job of a company is to not, it's just not to make profit, okay? That is, profit बनाना तो given है. वो तो given है. The job of a company is to constantly increase profits. And the job of a company is to provide exceptional customer service and increase profits in the process. It is not to make profits. That is incorrect. The job of a company is to constantly increase profits every year. I hope that is clear to everyone. The job of a company is to constantly increase profits every year. Is that clear to everyone? It's not to make profits. It's to constantly increase profits. A constant profit company is not a good company. The job of a company is to constantly increase profits. That is very, very, very important. All right. Now, we saw the quarterly statement, right? And now can everyone read the statement? Can everyone read the income statement of a company? Yes or no? Can everyone read the income statement of a company? Yes or no? Yes, right? Can everyone read? Any doubts that you have in any of these terms? Right? So I hope you can read. Now, every company has to give a yearly result also. And what is an yearly result? You add up all the 4 quarters and you get the yearly results. Okay. You add up all the 4 quarters and you get the yearly results. This company had a sales of 6923 crores in March 23. Right. Which means that the customers of this company paid this company 6923 crores in March 2023. They spent 5634 crores as expense and they had an operating profit of 1289 crores. इन्होंने अपने business से 1289 crores का operating profit बनाया. They got an income of 32 crores from other sources, like we get from other sources. They had taken loans. They paid an interest of 90 crores on the loans they had taken. They lost assets worth 128 crore in that year, like we lose assets every year. Profit before tax was 1102 crore. They paid almost 300 crores of tax and made 811 crore as a PAT. Okay. Now, what did we learn? The job of a company is to constantly increase profits. All right. Now tell me, is this company doing its job properly? Can you see if this company is doing its job properly? Yes or no? Is this company doing its job properly? Yes or no? Is it increasing profits every year? Yes. This company is doing its job properly. Right? Every year they increase profits. A perfect good looking profit uptrend, right? It's a perfect uptrend, total perfect uptrend, right? Now, let's look at the price of this company. So the profit became 8 times in roughly 11 years. All right. Let's look at the price of this company. Okay. Let's look at the price of this company. The price increased from 170 to 4,000, which is roughly 20 times. Right. Profit increased by 8 times. Price increased by 20 times. Can you see that if you had invested this company here, had you invested in this company in Jan 2014, would you have made money? Yes. Jan 2016? Yes. Jan 2018? Yes. Jan 2020? Yes. Jan 2022? Yes. You could have invested in this company almost any time in its lifetime. You would have made money. And that gets us to the first and most important rule of investing, which is profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा, profit घटेगा तो price घटेगा. And this is the most important rule of investing. Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा, profit घटेगा तो price घटेगा. And can we all write this down in the chart window? Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा, profit घटेगा तो price घटेगा. As simple as that. Our job is to find companies which will go on to increase profits, which we will find which we will discuss in the session, how to find those companies where you can predict कि भाई profit बढ़ने वाला है. Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा, profit घटेगा तो price घटेगा. Now someone can argue कि यार आपने तो एक ही example या एक example में हमें कैसे आपकी बात मान लो. So let us take some more examples. ठीक है. Now you tell me, is this company doing its job properly? Yes or no? 0, 1, 8, 15, 25, 27. Is this company doing its job properly? Yes or a no? Yes or no? Yes. Everyone agrees that this company is doing its job properly. Is it a perfect uptrend? Is it a perfect uptrend? Can you see the perfection? Yes, it's a perfect uptrend, right? And let us check the validity of what we are talking about. All right. हमारा गेस था कि भाई प्राइस तो बढ़ना चाहिए, प्रॉफिट बढ़ा है. अब हम देखते हैं प्राइस बढ़ा है क्या. See the price from 15 rupees to 1100 rupees, which is roughly कितना गुना, 15 रुपए से 15 रुपए से आपका 1100 रुपए पहुंच चुका है, राइट. लगभग 70 गुना बढ़ चुका है, राइट. Can you see profit increased by 25x and price increased by 60-70x? Is this example clear? Profit बढ़ा तो प्राइस बढ़ा. ये लॉन्ग रन में ट्रू है, कल ट्रू नहीं है कि भाई 2 महीने में बढ़ जाएगा. लॉन्ग रन में प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा तो प्राइस ने बढ़ना ही बढ़ना है. शॉर्ट रन में कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकता, कल क्या होगा मार्केट में किसी को नहीं पता, बट लॉन्ग रन में प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा तो प्राइस बढ़ेगा. अब एक और एग्जांपल लेते हैं. ठीक है, लेट्स टेक वन मोर एग्जांपल. टेल मी अबाउट दिस कंपनी इफ यू लाइक, if you think this company is doing its job properly or not. 0, 1, 2, 3, 6, 14, 20, 35, 64, 75. Is it a perfect uptrend? Yes or no? Yes, proper perfect uptrend. हमारे हिसाब से इसका प्राइस बढ़ना चाहिए. हम चेक करेंगे कि प्राइस बढ़ा है कि नहीं. Let us check. This is the price of this company, 10-year, from roughly 20 rupees to roughly 2100 rupees, 100x. This is the most successful stock in the last 5-6 years. All right, it is very, very, very clear. Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा, profit घटेगा तो price घटेगा, right? अब हम एक और एग्जांपल लेते हैं. Is this company doing its job properly? Yes or no? Is this company doing its job properly? Yes or no? It is not doing its job perfectly. 8 साल से कोई प्रॉफिट खास बढ़ा नहीं है. 1300 करोड़ to 1400 करोड़. 8 साल में प्रॉफिट सिर्फ हार्डली 10% बढ़ा है, और वो भी बीच में गिर गया था. चलो कोविड में तो सबका गिरा था, बट कुछ खास बढ़ा नहीं है प्रॉफिट. नाउ लेट अस लुक एट द प्राइस. प्राइस देखते हैं 10 साल का, एंड टू आर सरप्राइज प्राइस भी नहीं बढ़ा. राइट, कैन यू सी प्राइस भी नहीं बढ़ा. प्रॉफिट नहीं बढ़ा तो प्राइस नहीं बढ़ा. प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा, प्राइस बढ़ेगा. राइट, as clear as that. Right, now let us take one more example. Is this company doing its job properly? Is this company doing its job properly? Yes or no? It is not a proper job. It is not a proper job. Profits नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं. राइट, 10 साल पहले जो थे वो बहुत ही इराटिक कंपनी है, अजीब सी कंपनी. राइट, प्राइस देखेंगे, ऑब्वियसली प्राइस भी इराटिक है, प्राइस तो गिर ही रहा है. लॉस बनाती है कंपनी तो प्राइस तो ऐसा इराटिकली चल रहा है. पंप एंड डंप भी हुआ था स्टॉक. ऐसी इराटिक कंपनीज जब ऊपर जाती हैं, दैट इज पंप एंड डंप. कैन यू सी दिस पंप एंड डंप? रैंडमली स्टॉक एकदम ऊपर भाग गया था, फिर आराम से गिर गया. तो जब ये ऐसी इराटिक कंपनीज ऊपर जाती है, ये होता है पंप एंड डंप. इराटिक कंपनी से दूर रहना होता है, जहां पे प्रॉफिट्स नहीं बढ़ रहे. राइट, एंड एक क्वेश्चन है, क्वार्टरली प्रॉफिट्स और ईयरली प्रॉफिट्स. देखिए भारत भाई, अगर ईयरली प्रॉफिट्स बढ़ रहे हैं, ऑलमोस्ट पक्का से मतलब हुआ तो क्वार्टरली भी बढ़ रहे होंगे. क्योंकि अगर ईयरली बढ़ा है, 2020 में लेट से 20 करोड़ था और 2023 में 50 करोड़ है, तो अगर मैं 2020 के क्वार्टर को कंपेयर करूंगा तो 2023 के क्वार्टर से प्रॉफिट्स भी, क्वार्टरली प्रॉफिट्स भी बढ़े होंगे. प्रेफरेबली दोनों बढ़ने चाहिए, क्वार्टरली भी बढ़ना चाहिए, ईयरली भी बढ़ना चाहिए, बट वो हम थोड़ा अभी सीखेंगे. ठीक है, so I hope this is clear, right? This statement is the mother statement of investing. Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा. Now let us look at a famous pump and dump story. Is this company doing a good job or not? You have to tell me. Is this company doing a good job? Yes or no? Is this company doing a good job? No. Almost everyone is writing no. Profit is not increasing. This is the famous Sadhana broadcast pump and dump. Right? Clearly, anyone could have guessed that this is a pump and dump story because it has no fundamentals. Right? This company has no fundamentals, and it's a proper pump and dump. All right. That Arnold guy, right? He's writing. I don't know. He's trying to abuse our country. I don't know what this guy is trying to do. Just remove Vijay Sharma out of the out of Vijay Sharma. Karke there's someone. He's writing bullshit fucking Indians. So I think let's remove this guy from this from the class. I think that's why one should not be sharing links online. So can you see the pump and dump which happened? Can you see the pump and dump which happened? Yes or no? Can everyone see the pump and dump? Could you have predicted this pump and dump? Yes or no? Was this pump and dump predictable? Yes, it was. This company was randomly moving up. No logic. This company is performing pathetically. Why is it moving up? It has no reason whatsoever to move up. Right? Proper, clear pump and dump. Right? Very, very easily guessable. Now, let us look at this company. This is Reliance Industries. Is this company constantly increasing profits? Can you explain then how it was moving? Someone was operating it, market manipulation. But that is why it moved. Is this company increasing profits? Yes, this company is increasing profits as well over the last whatever years, last 10 years. Right? Abhi halka sa kam hua hai, but over the last 10 years, the profits have been increasing, right? So I hope there's someone named Dada. I don't know. अगर कोई किसी का पता नहीं लोग. Anyway, let me not get distracted. I think तो someone is saying TTM कम हुआ है. Yes, हल्का सा कम हुआ है TTM में, but 10 साल में बढ़ा है. पिछले 10 साल में they have increased profits, right? So TTM कम हुआ है तो obviously हल्का सा stock react करेगा, but over the 10 years, last 10 years, profits have increased. If you look at this line, right? ठीक, थोड़ा बहुत नीचे रहेगा, ऐसा परफेक्ट अप ट्रेंड नहीं होता है कहीं भी, थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे चल सकता है, बट द पॉइंट इज प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा तो प्राइस बढ़ेगा, राइट? दैट इज व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू लर्न, कि प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा तो प्राइस बढ़ेगा. नाउ टेल मी अबाउट दिस कंपनी. इज दिस कंपनी डूइंग अ ग्रेट जॉब और अ बैड जॉब? इज दिस कंपनी डूइंग अ ग्रेट जॉब और अ बैड जॉब? Bad job, right? Does anyone say it's doing a great job? अगर if I give you an opportunity, would you want to own this business? आप इसके मालिक बनना चाहेंगे? Which makes 518 crore loss, 650 crore loss, 560 crore loss, 615 crore loss, 358 crore loss, 2356 crore loss, 10,000 crore loss, 700 crore loss, 3700 crore loss, 2000 crore loss, right? Losses are bad, right? The job of a company is to constantly increase profits. I think that is what you've learned. And now we come to the most important line in this investing session, and the most important line of this line you can never forget when you are an investor. And the line is, I want profit uptrend. What is uptrend? Continuously increasing profits. I want profit uptrend. I want profit uptrend. This line should be repeated 100 times, that we want profit uptrend. All right. And I request everyone to write down that they want profit uptrend. Someone is saying when the market is bearish, market से तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता भरत भाई, सिर्फ स्टॉक से पड़ता है. प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड है, अच्छी कंपनी है. प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड नहीं है, खराब कंपनी. Can we all write this down in the chat window? I want profit uptrend. 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 Right? This is the most important line of the session. We must want profit uptrend. Someone is saying that what happens if one quarter is down? हम अभी discuss करेंगे, सब discuss करेंगे. All questions will get answered. I will answer that question in some time. But this line can never be forgotten and should be, you should repeat this 100 times. This is the line which should be memorized. It's almost like if investing was a religion, this is a prayer, right? Keep profit uptrend is the most important line which must be memorized. And we have seen profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा. Let's say tomorrow your friend tells you, भाई ये stock ले ले, बहुत बढ़िया stock है. Buy this stock, this is a great stock. But the stock is loss making. Will you buy it? Yes or no? Your best friend tells you, will you buy a loss making stock? Your best friend is telling you. No, right? No, we should not buy a loss making stock ever. What about turnaround company? Turnaround is an exception, Arun bhai. This, like every rule, this rule has an exception. It is 95% valid. Turnarounds we will discuss later. And one more question for everyone. Okay. There is a person. Company कौन चलाता है? Robot or human? Who runs a company? A robot or a human? Human being. A human being has increased profits for 10 years. Can that be considered a tukka? Is that a fluke? Or is it a great businessman? Can you increase profits for 10 years in fluke? Or is it your skill? It's a skill, right? Right? It's a skill. प्रॉफिट्स अपने आप नहीं बढ़ते, मुश्किल होते हैं, राइट? सो इट्स अ स्किल, इट्स नॉट अ फ्लूक, राइट? So therefore, what you can assume is that that person is fairly smart who is running the business. If a person has increased profits, so there are two people, okay? Person A is called, let's say he's called A. Let's call him person A. Person A has increased profits for 10 years. Person B has made losses for 10 years. You are in the 10th year. Who has a higher probability of making profit in the 11th year? Person A or person B? Person A has made profits for 10 years consistently. Person B has made losses for 10 years consistently. Who has a higher probability of making profits in the 11th year? Very clear, person A, right? Person B perhaps does not know what is even a profit, right? And that is why they have never made a profit, right? So it's all about profits and profit uptrends, all right? So is this very clear that profit uptrend is very, very important? Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? Is this complicated or is this simple? Is this complicated or is this simple? Simple, right? It's not complicated at all. Some guy named Rahul Kumar is constantly abusing me while I teach. It's actually funny. But yeah, clearly I think freezing is not a great idea. So I think this is fairly simple, right? Now let us understand some more things, right? By uptrend, how much percentage increase? Let's say profit increases from 1 crore to 5 crore in 3 years. In company B, profit increases from 1 crore to 20 crore in 3 years. Which company's price will rise more? 1 to 5 or 1 to 20? B, right? The faster the profit growth, the faster the price growth. The faster the profit growth, the faster the price growth. Very simple. जितनी तेजी से प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा उतनी तेजी से प्राइस बढ़ेगा. As simple as that, right? Pace of profit growth and pace of price growth is also similar, and we've seen this as examples. We saw a company making 100x in price, right? Aditya Vision. So I hope it is clear that faster profit growth leads to faster price growth, right? Now, there are 3 kinds of businesses in the world. Okay, 3 kinds of businesses. The third business is a seasonal business. What is a seasonal business? A business which depends on the month of the year. Someone is asking, can a company show fake profits by borrowing money? Very rarely this happens. Most reporting in India is fairly genuine. Fake profit growth बहुत rarely होगा, बहुत rare. It's like a really rare event. And one question which I wanted to ask you, okay? There are very few people in the world or in India who will show fake profit growth. Okay. Why will they show fake profit growth? What is the motive for showing fake profit growth? Can you tell me? What is the motive of doing fake profit growth, showing fake profit growth? Pump and dump, right? They will want to eventually sell, right? वो अपना सस्ता सामान आपको महंगे में बेचेंगे, right? So promoter selling to public could be a potential sign of fraud. So instead of thinking that everything is a fraud, prefer watching promoter actions. All right. If promoter is selling, he may have intent of a fraud. He may. He can also have a wedding in his house. अगर आप एक कंपनी के मालिक हैं और आपके घर पे शादी है और आपके बैंक अकाउंट में कम पैसे, क्या आप अपना स्टॉक बेच के पैसे इकट्ठा करोगे? आप भी करोगे, मैं भी करूंगा, right? So the सेलिंग का इकलौता रीजन फ्रॉड नहीं होता, मल्टीपल रीजन हो सकते हैं, बट सेलिंग इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड ग्रेट टिपिकली इन द मार्केट, राइट? द चांसेस ऑफ people showing fake profits is very less. How do we analyze um, um, find faster profit growth? We'll all learn today. All right. Now we were understanding seasonal businesses, right? A business where which depends on the month of the year is a seasonal business. Is Pepsi a seasonal business? Yes or no? Do you think more? Do you drink more Pepsi in summer than in winter? Yes or no? Is Pepsi a seasonal business? Pepsi is a seasonal business. If you remember, Amir Khan would say a lot. Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. You remember thanda matlab Coca-Cola, right? ठंडा हम सर्दियों में पीते हैं, गर्मियों में पीते हैं. मेजॉरिटी लोग गर्मियों में ठंडा पीते हैं, सर्दियों में लोग बोलते हैं गला खराब हो जाए. तो पेप्सी, no, permanent magnet is not pump and dump. I never said that. Permanent magnet को बहुत अच्छी कंपनी. Anyway, so Pepsi is a very clear seasonal business. I hope everyone appreciates. ठंडा मतलब Coca-Cola. आमिर खान ने बोला था. ठंडा we drink cold in summers, not in winters. Therefore, Pepsi sales is more in summer, not in winter. Is Zomato a seasonal business or an evergreen business? Zomato. Zomato is food ordering. Do you eat more in summers than in winters, or do you eat equal? We eat almost equal in summers and in winters. It's a proper evergreen kind of business. Right. You would have heard this name Manyavar or Vedant Fashion. Manyavar makes shadi ke kapde. Is shadi seasonal? Yes or no? Is shadi in India seasonal? Yes or no? Shadi is seasonal, right? Therefore, Vedant Fashion is a clear seasonal business. Is water parks, water के theme parks होते हैं, right? Water theme parks. Are water theme parks seasonal or non-seasonal? Water theme parks are clearly seasonal, right? Can you go to a water theme park in सर्दियाँ? Not possible, right? Delhi में तो जा ही नहीं सकते, जम जाएंगे, right? Water theme park very clearly seasonal. Now, there is a third kind of business called cyclical. Cyclicals are businesses where the final product is not differentiated. Okay. For example, steel is steel, paper is paper. Paper almost सारे same type के होते हैं. Paper मैं बनाऊं, आप बनाओ, paper paper है. Copper, any metal, any sugar, anything, right? They're all commodity in nature because whoever makes them, it's almost the exact same thing. थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है, but मोटा मोटी same रहता है, right? Up, I'll give you an example. Okay. Does paper price fluctuate a lot? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Paper price can fluctuate a lot. आप अपने घर में, if you give scrap, right, or raddi in Hindi, the paper price will fluctuate a lot. Copper price will also fluctuate a lot. Gold price will also fluctuate a lot. Does mobile price fluctuate a lot? Not much. आप mobile आज लो, 10 दिन बाद लो, almost same price रहेगा. Does tomato price fluctuate a lot? Yes, tomato की तो अभी आप, everyone knows, right, what is happening. Commodity prices fluctuate a lot. And therefore, let me actually show you these with examples, okay? Let's make it real. Now we said that Pepsi is a seasonal business. This company makes bottles for Pepsi and Coke. Okay. Can you see the seasonality in this one. Sales doubled in June. Can you see the seasonality? Sales doubled in June. Can you see the seasonality? Yes or no? This is Varun Beverages. It makes Pepsi ke bottles. Can everyone see the seasonality? Yes or no? And then it fell again. The implication is that March cannot be compared with June, and June cannot be compared with September. There's an inherent cycle. There's an inherent seasonality in the business. Therefore, quarter-on-quarter comparison is not possible. One question for everyone. Why is there no seasonality in June 21? Why can't you see a seasonality here? Why can't you see a seasonality here? The answer is COVID. This was the highest COVID wave. No one was getting out of house. Business was impacted. Because of COVID, this was not visible. But there's a very clear seasonality, and quarter-on-quarter comparison is not possible. Let us look at another business, which is DMart. It is a grocery business. Can you see any seasonality here? It's a very steady business. Very steady business. Sales are almost very similar. Right? Yeah. So see, guys, I'm not saying that all profit. We are just learning right now. Abhi, don't see that this stock is good or bad. Abhi, I'm seeking it. I have nowhere said that any stock is good or bad. Right? So can you see that this is not a seasonal business? This is a proper evergreen business, yes or no? So it's a very evergreen kind of a business, right? No seasonality involved, right? Now, let us understand a cyclical business. Okay. This company makes steel. Can you see the characteristic of a cyclical business is that its operating margin percentage fluctuates a lot. The characteristic of a cyclical business is that its operating profit margin fluctuates a lot. Can you see the fluctuation in operating margin from 3% to 32%? Can you see the fluctuation in operating margin from 3% to 32%? Yes or no? Can you see the fluctuation in operating margin? Yes. It's a clear cyclical business. It fell from 32 to 3. It went from 3 to 8, 8 to 10. What is the next number in the series? It is very difficult to predict the next number in the series. Right? Very, very difficult to predict the next number in the series. Someone is saying that might be because of fuel. The point is that this business is very difficult to predict. Do you appreciate that this business is very difficult to predict? And I'll give you another example, okay? Let's compare it with this business. Okay. Can you see the stability in this business? It's almost 17 to 21 throughout. 19, 19, 19. What will be the operating profit margin in June? Can you predict? Can you predict the operating profit margin in June? Yes or no? In June quarter? What do you think will be the operating profit margin in June? Everyone is saying, "Bhai kar denge 19 to 20 आएगा." दो ही number आते हैं 19, 20. मतलब we have predicted the future, and you can check your future prediction सही निकलेगी. मोटा मोटी अगर आप थोड़े कंजर्वेटिव हो 17 से 21 का नंबर डाल लो, 17 से 21 के बीच में आएगा. You predicted the future today कि जून में क्या होने वाला है, but you could not have predicted the future in sale, right? So I hope it is very clear that this is a very stable business and you can predict the June quarter operating margin percentage. Let us take another business. Okay. Is this a stable business or an unstable business? Stable business or unstable business? It's a unstable business. Very difficult to predict. These businesses make money, but it's fairly difficult to predict what they will do. Right? Let us take another example. Is this a stable business or an unstable business? Stable business or unstable business? It's a fairly stable business. What will be the next quarter profit margin percentage approx? कितना आएगा? Guess करना हो तो 45 to 50%, right? 45 to 50, somewhere around that. So can you see that in a stable business, you're able to predict the future. In an unstable business, you are not able to predict the future. Right? Now, let us look at another seasonal business, bar and beverage. Right? Here, it is not a unstable business. This instability is because of the seasonality variations. इसमें भी prediction tough है. It is not that easy. But आप last year से predict कर सकते हो कि last year 25 आया था, तो जून में क्या आने वाला है? Most likely 25 के आसपास आएगा. सितंबर में क्या आएगा? Most likely 22 के आसपास आएगा. तो आप ट्रेंड से प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर पाओगे, आप ईयर ऑन ईयर कंपैरिजन से प्रेडिक्ट कर पाओगे. Is that clear? That it is slightly more harder to predict, but you can predict from the yearly variation, yearly comparisons. Is this clear? That this is slightly harder than others. But अगर हम year on year compare करेंगे तो हम इसे predict कर सकते हैं. Is that point well appreciated? Yes or no? Exactly. Someone is saying comparing from quarter on quarter, right? So now investing is future prediction. Do you want to predict easy things or do you want to predict hard things? And remember, your money is on the line. Would you want to predict easy things or would you want to predict hard things? If someone wanted to go for glory, they would say, "मैं तो difficult करूँगा." But our money is on the line, right? We should go for easy things. Even I don't want to go for hard things, right? Money is on the line. Hard earned money for which we worked 16 hours, 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and that is on the line. So we should go for easy things, right? Preferably. There's a guy called Mustafa Silva. Can you move him out, Afroz bhai? He's constantly abusing me. मतलब constantly abusing me. ऐसा लग रहा है कि I don't even know what he's saying. It's almost hilarious, but just remove Mustafa Silva from the meeting.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's coming from a different ID, actually. Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know why he wants to abuse me, but it won't really matter to me, actually. It's just for the guy. You can say whatever you want, doesn't matter. So I hope this is very, very clear, right? So what's the learning from all this? What is the learning from all this? Which is the hardest to predict amongst the three? Which is the hardest to predict amongst the three? Which is the hardest to predict amongst the three? Cyclicals. Cyclicals are the hardest. Seasonal में year on year से prediction हो जाता है. Evergreen में तो काफी easy prediction है. Cyclicals are the hardest to predict. And therefore, in the beginning of your investing career, don't invest in cyclicals because you will not be able to predict. Right? Which is the easiest to predict amongst the three? Which is the easiest to predict amongst the three? Evergreen, right? Evergreen is the easiest. In the beginning of our investing careers, let us go for easy things. After 5 years, once we are pros, right? Then we can go for glory. I don't like to go for glory even now, but you can make money. You can make a lot of money in cyclicals, but you have to time them very well. Cyclicals are for trading. Always remember that cyclicals are for trading. Buy at the bottom of the cycle, sell at the top of the cycle. They are not long-term investments. And I'll prove it to you. Okay. Let's see some stocks. Okay. What is the return given by sale in the last 10 years? What is the return given by sale in the last 10 years? It's practically nothing. It's practically zero. And can you see the cyclical? Can you see the cycle? It's moving like this. Can you see the cycle? So sale में क्या करना होता है? इनमें बनाना है. वैसे तो मैं बोलता नहीं. In the beginning you should stay away from cyclical. But cyclical को नीचे उठाना होता है. जो एकदम गिर गया होता है, ऊपर बेच देना होता है. फिर नीचे उठाना, फिर ऊपर बेचा. फिर नीचे उठाया, फिर ऊपर बेचा. तो ये ट्रेडिंग होती है. Right? So see one more point. What do you like more, certainty or uncertainty? What do you like more in life, certainty or uncertainty? Everyone likes certainty. Stock market also likes certainty, and therefore certain stocks are always valued highly. And I'll talk about valuations later in some time. But certain stocks always get a high P ratio, and we'll talk about P ratio in some time. Right? So I hope it is very clear that cyclicals are the hardest to predict and evergreens are the easiest to predict. What is the learning for us? This is the learning for us. I love evergreen and seasonal, don't like cyclical. I love, in fact, if I had to say, I prefer evergreen always, then seasonal, and I dislike cyclical. I love evergreen, I like seasonal, I don't like cyclical. या फिर बोल सकते हो, I love evergreen and seasonal, don't like cyclical. Can we write this down in the chat window? In the beginning of our careers, let us not go for glory. Anand bhai, I'll answer your question later on JK paper. Not right now. It's a very specific question. And a lot of people, generic questions I can answer right now, but specific questions I'll answer later at the end of the presentation. Right? I love evergreen and seasonal, don't like cyclical. 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 And see, you would have seen that I repeat a lot, right? Repetition gets things inside the head. I'm pretty sure you would not forget me repeating I love profit uptrend like 100 times, right? कि भाई वो बार-बार बोले जा रहा था. I love profit uptrend, I love profit uptrend. So that thing is it is almost memorized, right? So profit uptrend has to be memorized. This thing should be memorized. I am not saying the cyclicals are bad, but cyclicals are difficult. Sugar stocks, what do you think is sugar? Seasonal or cyclical? Sugar is a commodity. चीनी है. चीनी is चीनी, it is a cyclical. उसकी cycle आएगी. Sugar की cycle आती है. और sugar तो बहुत ही खतरनाक cyclical चीज होती है. Right? Sugar is cyclical, paper is cyclical, steel is cyclical, metal is cyclical, tomato is cyclical, tea is cyclical. कोई भी commodity है, वो सब cyclical है. चाय होती है, चीनी होती है, कॉपर होता है, स्टील होता है. एप्पल का आईफोन और दूसरे आईफोन में डिफरेंस होता है, राइट? ब्रांड मोबाइल फोन इज नॉट वो है. हाउ टू फाइंड आउट विच वन इज साइक्लिकल? हरजीत जी आप इसका वीडियो देखिएगा, मैंने बताया कि साइक्लिकल्स कैसे फाइंड करते हैं. साइक्लिकल्स आर कैटेगराइज्ड बाय वेरिएबल ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन्स. Cyclicals are categorized by variable and unpredictable operating margins. Right? That is how we predict a cyclical. Evergreens are the easiest to predict, followed by seasonals, followed by cyclicals. Someone is saying if cyclicals are doing capex, there are 2,000 or 1,000 evergreen companies in India, more than that. Why invest in a hard thing when you can predict a easy thing, right? I always say go for easy things, never go for hard things, right? Someone is saying how to check if something is a cyclical. अगर आपके ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन स्टेबल है तो साइक्लिकल नहीं है. उसको ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन की परसेंटेज की फ्लक्चुएशन से गेस कर लो. If operating margins are stable, it's not a cyclical. If operating margins are unstable, it is a cyclical. सीमेंट सेक्टर इज अ साइक्लिकल, थोड़ा साइक्लिकल रहता है उसमें. उसमें पेट कोक वगैरह होता है, वो फ्लक्चुएट करता है. सीमेंट इज स्लाइटली साइक्लिकल इन नेचर, राइट? सो आई होप यू कैन द वे टू आइडेंटिफाई if a company, see, cyclicality is there's no, these are not scientific laws, these are थोड़ा आर्ट वाले laws. तो अगर आपको ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन बहुत फ्लक्चुएटिंग दिखता है तो भाई साइक्लिकल नेचर हाई है कंपनी, राइट? सो उससे थोड़ा सा समझ आता था. So I hope Polyplex is very clearly cyclical. Polyplex is very clearly cyclical. आपको ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मार्जिन फ्लक्चुएट करते दिख जाएंगे. Infosys is evergreen. Infosys is evergreen. IT services mostly evergreen. Chemical stocks majority are cyclical. Caustic soda is caustic soda. Alkali is alkali. Majority chemical stocks are cyclical. Some are specialty chemicals also. Okay, let me open one company. Okay, tell me if this is a cyclical or a seasonal or a evergreen. This is a chemical company. Okay, is this a stable company or an unstable company? It's a fairly stable company. It's not that much cyclical. हल्का फुल्का component है cyclicality का, but fairly stable है. ये specialty chemical है तो fairly stable. Unstable नहीं है बहुत ज़्यादा. तो इससे guess हो जाता है कि कितनी unstable है, कितनी stable है. Right. So I hope this is very clear, and I hope the learning is very clear. Right. Defense stocks are evergreens. Now, one more point which I want everyone to write down, which we learned, right? We learned that we love profit uptrends. What is the corollary? I will stay away from loss-making companies. That is a corollary, right? We fear losses. As investors, we fear losses, right? The corollary of I love profit uptrend is that I will stay away from loss-making companies. So can we write this down as well? I will stay away from loss-making companies. 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 Right? Okay. So I hope this is fairly understandable for everyone, right? We'll take a small break here and then we'll start the second part of the session. But is it understandable so far? Is it simple and understandable, or is it complicated? See, investing is very simple. इसमें कुछ complication होता ही नहीं है. There is no rocket science, right? People have made it complicated. It's very simple. Profit बढ़ेगा, price बढ़ेगा. Profit घटेगा, price घटेगा. Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा. Profit घटेगा, price घटेगा. Right? So that is the mother statement of investing. Now let us take a 2-minute break, and then we'll let's take a 5-minute break. We'll start in 4:10. 4:10 पे करते हैं. ठीक है? Let's start in 4:10. Yeah. session is for almost 3 hours. All right, 3 घंटे का session. So I think let us start the session again, right? All right. So the next topic is valuation. Okay. Now you go to a vegetable market to buy potatoes. आलू खरीदने आप जाते हैं. Okay. And you can hear me, right? Am I audible? I hope it's all is working well, right? Yes, perfect. So you go to buy potatoes, okay? And you ask the potato seller, "Bhaiya, kaisa diya?" Yeah, you ask in English, "Bhaiya, what's the price of the potatoes?" Right? And the answer you get is, "Sir, the price is 70,000 rupees per kg." Is this an acceptable answer, or is this a stupid answer and it's an illogical answer? Is this illogical or is this logical? It's illogical, right? 70,000 rupees के आलू कहाँ मिलते हैं? 70,000 rupees per kg is illogical. How do you know that this is illogical? Why do you say that this is illogical? Because we have an inherent understanding that potato कितना मर्जी inflation हो जाए 70,000 का तो नहीं मिलेगा. मतलब 50, 60, 100 रुपए से ज्यादा तो बिल्कुल नहीं मिलना चाहिए. ऑर्गेनिक भी अच्छे ऑर्गेनिक भी लेंगे वो भी मिल जाएंगे. Right? We have an inherent logical understanding since we were children, right? That potatoes can't be worth 70,000 rupees per kg. What does this mean? What is the implication that we have of this statement? Implication is that everything has a fair price. Is that fair to say that everything in the world has a fair price? Of course, I'm not talking about emotions or anything. All things, all commodities have a fair price, right? Does gold have a fair price? Yes. Does diamond have a fair price? Yes. Does potato have a fair price? Yes. Everything in the world has a fair price. If you are paying more than the fair price, तो आपको कोई लूट रहा है. If you are paying less than the fair price, then you are getting a good deal. Is that clear? If you're paying more than the fair price, someone is looting you. If you're paying less than the fair price, you're getting a good deal. Is that clear? Right. Now, like all commodities, a company's stock is also a commodity, which means that a company's stock also has a fair price. Right? How do we guess the fair price of a company? Right? And therefore, you can categorize every company into, yeah, this company is fairly priced, this company is overpriced, this company is underpriced. Potato is at 70,000 rupees per kg. Is it overpriced, fairly priced, underpriced? Potato at 70,000 rupees per kg. Overpriced, fairly priced, underpriced. Very clearly overpriced, right? Potato at 1 rupee per kg. Is it overpriced, fairly priced, underpriced? Potato at 1 rupee per kg. 1 rupee per kg is underpriced. Potato at current market price, मुझे पता नहीं. But whatever is the current market price, that is fairly priced, right? Now let us do the same thing for companies. The way to determine whether a company is overpriced or underpriced is through a metric called the price to earnings ratio or the P ratio. The price to earnings ratio or the P ratio, right? What is P ratio? PE ratio is a measure of future growth of a company. P ratio is a measure of future growth of a company. If the P ratio is less than 10, market expects no growth or market feels the stock is very uncertain. If P is between 10 and 30, market expects moderate growth of 5%. If P is less between 30 to 60, market expects high growth of around at least 10-20%. If P is greater than 60, market expects a very high growth. Okay. Now, let us say in a hypothetical situation that you get a super high growth company at a P of 10. Is that a good deal or a bad deal? Let's say you get a super high growth at a P of 10. Is that a good deal or a bad deal? If you get a super high growth company at a P of 10, that's a fantastic deal. You will make money, right? If you get a low growth company at a 100 ka P ratio, is that a good deal or a bad deal? If you get a low growth company or a loss making company, right? So, yeah. If you get a high growth company at a P of 10, that's a good deal. If you get a low growth company at a P of 100, that's a bad deal. What it means is that low P ratio and high growth stocks are good stocks. Low P ratio and low growth stocks, no one cares about. High P ratio and low growth is disastrous. And high P ratio and high growth is a good thing, but it can be risky, right? So the best, if you plot a 2 by 2, right? Low P, high growth is the best stock. Low P, low growth, no one cares about. And when I say growth, I mean profit growth, right? And how to determine high growth, abhi hum sab seekhenge. We'll learn everything, right? So low P, low growth, no one cares. Low P, high growth is a potential multi-bagger. High P, low growth is a disaster in making. High P, high growth, well, we have to figure out कि वो क्या होता है. High P, high growth is मतलब अच्छा भी हो सकता है, बुरा भी हो सकता है. Now let us take an example. ठीक है? Okay, let us take an example. Is this company a low growth company or a high growth company in the last 3 years? Is this company a low growth company or a high growth company? Net profit growth. Is this a low growth or high growth? One, last 3 years, last 4 years, okay. पहले इस ये कंपनी मॉडरेट ग्रोथ होती थी, अभी चेंज हो गया. It's a very high growth company in the last 4 years. 1, 7, 21, 44. All-time high operating profits, right? It's a super high growth company as of now, right? This company was available at a P ratio of 10 on 2nd June. This company was available at a P ratio of 10 on 2nd June. Was this company a good buy on 10th June? Yes or no? Was this on 2nd June? Was this company a good buy on 2nd June? Yes or no? Yes, it was a good buy on 2nd June. Did its price rise after 2nd June? Let's look at the price. See what happened to the price. 2nd June say it became up by 50%, 50-60%. And guys, nothing on this call is a buy sell recommendation. I have no interest of giving that. Until I complete the session, don't take any conclusions. You should not take any conclusions because half knowledge is dangerous. You would have heard the English proverb, right? Half knowledge is dangerous. So take the full wo. Nothing on this course. I take examples because otherwise मैं सिखाऊंगा कैसे? Theoretical ज्ञान तो सब लोग देते हैं. So we have to take examples, but nothing, no intent at all of giving any buy sell recommendation, right? But it is very clear that this company was a good buy on 2nd June, and you can see the market also proved it, right? So someone is saying talk a little slowly. Okay, let me talk a little slowly. All right. So let me give this example again. Is this a high growth company or a low growth company? Is this a high growth company or a low growth company, David Bhai? 1, 7, 21, 44. It's a high growth company. A high growth company available at a low P ratio, we said that it's a good thing, right? This company was available at a P ratio of 10 on 2nd June. This David Singh is also the same guy, that Ferang guy. He's just starting to abuse me again. Please move out David Singh again. I guess it was clear then. At a P ratio of 10, it was a good buy. Right? I think it is very, very, very clear. Let us look at this company again. Is this a low growth company or a high growth company? Is this a low growth company or a high growth company? High growth company. This company was available at a P ratio of 20, 23 or whatever, 24. Bottom line, high peak growth is always a bad idea. No, that's not correct. We will study that. We will study that. Don't worry. Was this company a good buy on 24th March? Yes or no? Was this company a good buy on 24th March? Yes or no? Is this clear? Yes. Let's look at the price now. What was the price on 24th March? 440. And now the price is 1150. Does this prove that this company was a good buy on 30th March? Yes, it is almost conclusive, right? So I hope this is clear. Let us take one more example. Okay, let's look at this company. Is this a low growth company or a high growth company? Minus 192, 76, 102. It's growing fairly fast. It's not as fast as other companies, but decently fast growth, right? This company was available at a P ratio of 7.8 or 7.7 on 31st March, on 24th March. Was this a good buy on 24th March? Yes or no? Was it a good buy on 24th March? Yes or no? Yes, right? Let's look at the price. It tripled again, right? So can you see a pattern? Low P high growths are moving very fast. Low P high growths are moving very fast, right? Can you appreciate this pattern? Yes or no? We'll tell about what P is though. Someone is saying negative minus 192. See, this company did very badly in March 21. Then it started becoming good and it became quite good. Was this company a good buy around March 21? Yes or no? Was this company a good buy around March 21? Yes or no? No, it was not. Right? How to identify such combination? Through data. We will identify this combination through data. Right? कि नंबर अगर अच्छे आ रहे हैं और P लो है तो it's a good company. Right? Now, how to identify these companies? All these companies are available on Sovereign. You should check Sovereign. I don't know if you read Sovereign Times, but a lot of Sovereign Times companies are high growth companies. Many of them are actually. Now let us look at this company. Is this a low growth company or a high growth company? Is this a low growth company or a high growth company? Is this a low growth company, high growth company? High growth company. What is the P ratio at which this is available? 160. Is it a no-brainer to buy this company? It's a high P, high growth company. It is not a no-brainer to buy this company. A lot of analysis is needed to figure out if it's a good company or not. But it is a growth company. Whether it is fairly valued, overvalued, undervalued, it's very difficult to tell. Right? I hope that it's a good company. See, price is rising. It's a good company. हमने पढ़ा था कि प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा तो प्राइस बढ़ेगा. तो प्रॉफिट बढ़ रहा है तो प्राइस बढ़ रहा है. Right? But we have to give high P for growth. Someone is saying we have to give high P for growth company. We saw examples right now in front of our own eyes that some high growth companies were available at low P. Are all high growth companies available at low P? No. Some high growth companies are available at high Ps also. I personally don't like it, but they can be great buys also. Okay. High P, high growth is difficult to predict. High P, high growth is difficult to predict. Is that clear? Ki bhai, and I'll give you an example. Okay. Let's look at this company. Tata Elxsi. Okay. Is this a high growth company? Yes or no? Is this a high growth company? Yes or no? It's a fairly high growth company, right? Acha growth hai. Is this a high growth company? Yes or no? 34 से 750 profit बढ़ा है. Looks like a high growth company. But on this date of 16th August 2022, what was the P ratio of this company on 16th August 2022? On 16th August 2022, the P ratio was 103. It was a bad buy on that date. Right? Because it was supremely overvalued. High P, it is difficult to predict. See, this is a company which corrected to fair value because it was very highly valued. Can you see this is a high growth company, but it corrected. Right? Can you see this? That this company corrected because of high P ratio? Yes or no? Yes, right? See, Urvil bhai, wo Zetec वगैरह हम high P, high growth हम करेंगे predict, but not right now. This is a basic session. Basic session में नहीं करेंगे, advanced session में करेंगे. And guys, one more point. Basic session में हम एडवांस चीजें नहीं करेंगे, वो एडवांस सेशन में करेंगे. 2 सेशन है, अगले हफ्ते एडवांस सेशन होगा. ठीक है. आज बेसिक आई एम कवरिंग ऊपर से अभी चीजें. वी विल गो वेरी इन डेप्थ नेक्स्ट टाइम. हम पूरा अंदर घुस जाएंगे, बट अभी थोड़ा ऊपर से करेंगे. ठीक है. द पॉइंट इज दैट हाई पी एंड हाई ग्रोथ इज स्लाइटली अनप्रेडिक्टेबल. लो पी हाई ग्रोथ इज अ प्रिटी गुड कंपनी. Low P, low growth, no one cares. High P, low growth is disaster. Okay. Let us take this example. Okay. High P, low growth example. Is this a high P company? Yes or no? It's a high P company, right? Again, this stock corrected. You can see almost all high P stocks eventually correct. इसका growth भी थोड़ा सा कम हो गया था. When the growth goes away, right? ये correction में चले आते हैं. When the growth stabilizes or goes away, high P and low growth becomes a problem. Right? You can see someone is saying ratios की जरूरत ही नहीं है बादशाह भाई. There is no ratio की जरूरत. मतलब investing इतना ही है. रेशियो मत सीखो. रेशियोज की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती. Trust me, ratios ना academics से बनाए, उनकी कोई जरूरत नहीं investing में. No ratios are needed in investing. It's very simple. Profit बढ़ेगा तो price बढ़ेगा. कोई ratio का कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है. Can you see that the growth went away for this company? 292 से 154 पहुंच गया. Growth went away and it corrected heavily. Can you see कि growth went away? Yes or no? 292, 233, 154. Growth went away. Yeah. And it started correcting. आपका 1000 से आपका आधा हो गया था. Now the question is, at what PE should we buy? Is the question. Very valid question. Some Sayan bhai is asking ki, so for growing companies, what we should target to buy? Less than 30 PE ratio is typically a very good area. Less than 30 PE ratio is typically a very good area. But like every rule, there's an exception. Trading company, NBFC, और एक और कौन सा होता है, और हाँ ट्रेडिंग कंपनी, कोमोडिटी और एनबीएफसी, उसमें लो पी रेशियो नहीं चलता है. ट्रेडिंग कंपनी, कोमोडिटी और एनबीएफसी, इसमें पी रेशियो ऑटोमेटिकली लो होते हैं. लेट मी शो यू दिस कंपनी, जेके पेपर. Why does this company get such a low P ratio? It's a commodity company, that's why. All commodity companies will get a low P ratio. That is why I always say कि commodity से दूर रहो. What does a trading company mean? वो मैं बाद में बताऊंगा next class. ठीक है, इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ commodity से दूर रहना चाहिए. Commodities को हमेशा low P मिलेगा. तो commodity में low P common होता है, but those are not good companies. See, we can't say कि भाई हम low P लेंगे तो commodity वाली सारे खरीद लेंगे. Commodity को P कभी high मिलेगा ही नहीं, तो low P पे ही रहेगा हमेशा. Anyway, valuation हम in depth हम next class में सीखेंगे. We'll learn proper in depth valuation in the next class. ठीक है. So I hope this is clear, right? And guys, अभी थोड़ा सा basic है, advanced class में और in depth valuation में भी जाएंगे. ठीक है. So now, what is the corollary of all this? This is the corollary. Aren't we avoiding commodity companies or altogether long-term investing? Commodity companies are not for long-term investing. They are for trading. साइकिल के नीचे लो, ऊपर बेचो, नीचे लो, ऊपर बेचो, नीचे लो, ऊपर बेचो, यही करना है. Commodity companies are not for long-term investing. P and growth table once. See, ये session I will upload on YouTube. Don't worry, ये YouTube पे upload कर दूंगा. So I'll upload this on YouTube. Okay, so don't worry. ये सब data मिल जाएगा. ठीक है. तो you can click a picture if you want. That's also perfectly fine. This is the learning. I will buy at low PE. I will buy at low PE. And what is low PE? Less than 30, except trading, commodity and NBFC. And वो सब हम बाद में सीखेंगे. ठीक है. तो I will buy at low PE. I will buy at low PE. Can we all write this down? Can we all write this down? I will buy at low PE. Can you follow this channel? I'll upload this on this channel, okay? So you can just like subscribe to this channel so that you get all updates of this concept. Can you all subscribe to this channel? And I hope you cool, right? But can we repeat this again? I will buy at low PE. 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 Less than 30. Less than 30. 30 is the number. Right? I will buy at low PE. I will buy at low PE. Right? Is the session understandable so far? Yes or no? Is this understandable so far? Right? So now comes the most interesting part. Okay. The next part is the most interesting part of this session. Right? And we will learn how to predict the future. Do you want to predict the future? Yes or no? Do you want to predict the future? Yes or no? Yes or no? Who wants to predict the future? Yes or no? Yes. We will start with the simplest future prediction. Okay. पहले simple से start करेंगे, फिर complicated में जाएंगे. Okay. Let's start with this. Okay. Now, can you predict the next number in the series? What will be this company's result in the September quarter? Can you predict this company's result in the September quarter? Is it a proper perfect uptrend? Yes or no? It's a proper perfect uptrend. What's the next number in the series? Simple series. Like class 4 में बता देते हैं, right? अगला नंबर आएगा 8 के आसपास, मोटा मोटी मेरे हिसाब से 8 साढ़े 8 के आसपास. क्या इज इट गारंटी कि अगला नंबर 8 आएगा? गारंटी नहीं है, probability हाई है. The probability that the next number is a 8 is fairly high. It's not 1. Is that point clear? We are see future किसी ने नहीं देखा, भगवान के अलावा फ्यूचर और कोई नहीं बता सकता. हम गेस कर सकते हैं. We can make a smart educated guess. Can you guess the number here? I think this is a fairly easy guess to make कि with high probability 8 आ सकता है. Right? So what is the learning here? What is the learning here? Uptrends can help us predict the future. Can uptrends help us predict the future? Yes or no? Can uptrends help us predict the future? Yes or no? Uptrends can help us predict the future. What will be the operating profit of this company in September? What will be the operating profit of this company in September? Almost everyone is saying 11. Almost everyone is saying 11. Yes, you are right. I would also guess the same thing. Can you see that we predicted the future with a lot of ease? Was this easy to predict? The uptrend made it easy to predict. Right? Now, is this stock fairly valued or undervalued? At a 50p ratio, is this stock fairly valued or undervalued? It's a fairly valued company. Fair valued, slightly overvalued, बोलो. It's a fairly valued company. It's not a clear slam dunk case. सोचना पड़ेगा. Right? So, right? So it's a fairly valued. It's not like जो हमने examples देखे थे, भाई 7 के P पे पड़ा हुआ है, 10 के P पे पड़ा हुआ है. It's not slam dunk case because the stock is already run up. So it's clearly not a slam dunk case. I hope that is very clear. Let us predict the future of another company. Someone is saying if the profit increase in next quarter, then the P will be low. इतना लो नहीं आएगा, आप मैथ कर लो, वो मैथ हम अगली बार करेंगे. इंटरेस्टिंग मैथ है, इतना लो पी नहीं आएगा. 50 के पी पे बैठा है ना, तो आप प्रेडिक्ट कर लो पी 45 का ही होगा, ज्यादा कम नहीं होगा पी अगले क्वार्टर. एनीवे, बट द थॉट इज राइट कि आप अगले क्वार्टर का पी प्रेडिक्ट कर लो. एनीवे, इस कंपनी का आप देखते हैं. 1 सेकेंड. Can you predict the next number for this company? Can you predict the next number for this company? Someone is saying 51, 52, 54. I think इसका रिजल्ट तो अभी आने वाला है, तो you can wait and watch and see कि आपका नंबर क्या आता है, आपका गैस कितना सही चलता है. ठीक है. This company Signity, आप देख लेना. You can check how accurate your guess is once the results are out. ठीक है. तो this is a very basic, crude way to predict the future. Is this a rocket science or is this a crude way? Is this a rocket science or is this a crude way? It's a very crude way, simple way. कुछ खास rocket science नहीं है, कोई भी कर लेगा. But now let us look at more intelligent ways. Let us look at more intelligent ways. Why does RAW exist? India has RAW, right? Every country has intelligence agency. US में FBI है, India में RAW है, right? Why does RAW exist? The job of intelligence agencies is to get information, right? The job of intelligence agencies is to get information. If you know what the enemy country is doing, you can actually avoid to give inputs. Information helps you predict. Last example was Signity, Signity Technologies. Okay. Information helps you predict is the point I'm trying to make. But what kind of information? Does the world have infinite information right now, or does the world have limited information right now? Does the world have infinite information right now, or does the world have limited information right now? The world has infinite information. Okay. Now I give you this information that Sachin Tendulkar will come out from retirement tomorrow. Can you help predict the future of a stock with this information? No, right? These are uncorrelated pieces of information. कुछ भी random दे दिया है. If I tell you that Nifty will go up by 30 points tomorrow, can this information help you predict the future of Signity Technologies? I am telling you that Nifty will go up by 50 points tomorrow. Does this information help you predict the future of Signity Technologies? Yes or no? No, right? It's random information. There's no point of this information, right? What helps you predict the future of a stock? Stock specific important information. Stock specific important information. All right. Now, what are the forms of information? All right. So let us understand the forms of information. The first information is fundraising information. Why does a company raise funds? Why does a company raise funds? Company raises funds for growth and expansion, and sometimes debt repayment. That's the correct answer. Is it fair to say that a company raising funds, and if the promoter is smart, most likely the business will grow? Is it fair to say that a company is raising funds and the promoter is decent, the business should grow? What does growth mean? The profits will grow. Fundraising information helps you predict future profits. And we have a proper tool built for actual predictions also. But it's an important form of information. Now, there are 3 types of fundraising. The first is called preferential equity allotment. What is the meaning of preferential? Preferential means preferred treatment. Right? Preferential is preference is given. Equity is stock. Allotment is dena or giving. Literal translation, I am giving stock to preferred people. Is that the literal translation? I am giving stock to special people, to priority people. Right? How does preferential work? New shares get issued and they get given to a priority investor. In return, investor gives the company money. Subhash Chandra Bose once said, तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. Right? Preferential is, तुम मुझे शेयर दो, मैं तुम्हारी कंपनी को पैसे दूंगा. Simple literal translation. तुम मुझे नए शेयर दो, मैं तुम्हारी कंपनी को पैसा दूंगा. उस कंपनी से तुम कंपनी को बड़ा करना, कंपनी को बड़ा करोगे, तुमने मुझे शेयर दे दिया, मैं भी मालिक बन गया हूं, तो मैं भी अमीर बन जाऊंगा। सिंपल। तुम मुझे शेयर दो, मैं तुम्हें पैसे दूंगा। यू गिव मी शेयर्स, आई विल गिव यू मनी। इज दिस क्लियर टू एवरीवन? यस और नो? इज दिस क्लियर टू एवरीवन? यस और नो? यस। व्हाट इज वारंट? वारंट इज कि भाई तुम मुझे शेयर दो, यू गिव मी शेयर्स, आई विल गिव यू मनी। ये तो ट्रू है, बट आई विल गिव यू 25% मनी टुडे, 75% मनी आफ्टर 1.5 years। पैसे कम है मेरे पास, आई विल गिव यू 25% मनी टुडे, 75% मनी आफ्टर 1.5 years। Who are these preferred people? HNIs are preferred people। HNIs जो थोड़े, जिसका 20 करोड़ 100 करोड़ का पोर्टफोलियो, उसको प्रेफरेंस मिल जाता है, वो कनेक्टेड रहते हैं, उनको मिल जाता है। HNIs के ग्रुप्स होते हैं, वो बताते रहते हैं यार इसका प्रेफरेंशियल आ रहा है, ले लो, तुम्हें लेना है ले लो, तो आपस में ऐसे चलता रहता है। Warrant is that, is it at a discounted price? Slightly discounted price, not much. Did I get preferential ever? I have got offers of preferential, but I have never taken a preferential। I have got offers of preferential, but I have never taken a preferential। मैं preferential लेता नहीं। I don't like illiquid money, basically, personally। But I will take it future। In sometimes I'll start। In warrants, you pay 25% money on day one and 75% money later। When do you get the shares in warrants? When you pay full money। If you don't pay 75% money, you get nothing। आपका 25% भी वेस्ट हो गया। तो समझे ट्रांजैक्शन क्या है? 25% पैसा आज दो, pay 25% today and get nothing but a paper saying that you will get shares once you pay remaining 75%। Give 25% money today, get nothing today, pay 75% money after 1.5 years and get shares after 1.5 years। That is a warrant transaction। It's sort of a EMI कि shares की EMI है। Is it clear? Shares की EMI चला रहे हो, EMI scheme। Equity में पैसा दो, shares लो। Warrant is EMI scheme on preferential equity alone। What is rights issue? Rights issue is, yes, but question, someone is asking a very good question। After 1.5 year, what if price increases? Price आज में लॉक हो गया है, जो प्राइस आज में लॉक कर दिया है, प्राइस चेंज नहीं हो सकता ट्रांजैक्शन। प्राइस इज लॉक्ड ऑन डे वन, तो प्राइस कांट चेंज। I hope that is clear, Raghav bhai। The price is frozen on day one। What is rights issue? Rights issue is, can you see the word preference in rights issue? Can you see the word preference in rights issue? There's no preference word, right? So what it means is that no preference is given to anyone। It's like सारे shareholders इकट्ठा होते हैं, all shareholders get together and together contribute money towards the company। कि भाई आपके पास 50% शेयर है, तो आप जो हम फंड रेज करें उसका 50% दे दो। मेरे पास 10% है, मैं 10% दूंगा। तो सब शेयर होल्डर मिलकर इकट्ठा होकर पैसा इकट्ठा करते हैं। इट्स लाइक अ कंट्रीब्यूशन, एवरीवन कंट्रीब्यूट्स बेस्ड ऑन देयर शेयर इन द कंपनी। It's taking money from existing shareholders। Okay। How many shareholders does a company have normally? How many shareholders does a company have normally? It ranges from 50 shareholders to 50 lakh shareholders। It ranges from 50 shareholders to 50 lakh shareholders, any company। Out of these three, which transaction is easiest to execute? Which transaction is easiest to execute out of these three? प्रेफरेंशियल में 10 लोगों से पैसा लेना है, राइट्स इशू में 50,000 लोगों से पैसा लेना है, कौन सा इजी टू एग्जीक्यूट है? तो राइट, typically preferential equity allotment is the best transaction, which means that a lot of people have faith on the company। Preferential warrant is slightly lower, rights issue is slightly more lower in the pecking order। Okay, now the second kind of information is business expansion information। right? What is business expansion information? If a company is increasing capacity by 50%, is it fair to say that company का revenue by 50% बढ़ जाएगा, provided there are buyers of the product? Capacity expansion simple है, 100 टॉफी की लाइन थी, 50 टॉफी की एक और लाइन लगा दी और कैपेसिटी बढ़ गई. If it's a toffee company, or you had 100 cars का line, you added a line of 50 cars more, and capacity expansion हो गया. Rights issue, you can see the recording, Redmi Note G. You can see the recording and you'll understand. Is capacity expansion clear to everyone? Yes or no? It's fairly simple. You just increase the capacity of your company. If you make toffees, you start making more toffees. If you make cars, you start making more cars. New plant is simple. I hope that is clear. New products. If Lenskart is into eyewear, right? If Lenskart gets into hearing aids, that is new products, right? Fairly simple. And what is large order? एक कंपनी को एक बड़ा ऑर्डर मिल गया, large order, right? Simple. Which of the four is the most certain to get you growth? Which of the four is most certain to get you growth? Capacity expansion, new product, new plant, large order. Which of the four is most certain amongst these four? Common sense, the answer is large order. कि भैया buyer है, गारंटी से buyer है हमारे पास. कैपेसिटी एक्सपेंशन में बायर का पता नहीं है, कैपेसिटी बढ़ रही है. लार्ज ऑर्डर में बायर पक्का से है. लार्ज ऑर्डर इज द मोस्ट सर्टेन अमंग्स्ट द फोर, राइट? एन एग्जांपल, a 10 crore company gets a 100 crore order. 10 crore yearly revenue company gets a 100 crore yearly revenue order. Will the company grow? Yes or no? A 10 crore yearly revenue company gets a 100 crore yearly revenue order. Will the company grow? Yes or no? Yes, right? Is this meaningful information? Is this capacity expansion and new plant are same? एक ही बात है मोटा मोटा. Is this meaningful information? A 10 crore company getting a 100 crore order. It's very meaningful information. Question is how, sir, but without infrastructure? See, उसको 100 crore का order मिला है. Do you think the order giver is smart or dumb? जिसने उसको 100 crore का order दिया, is that person smart or dumb? कुछ तो सोच के दिया होगा. Most likely इंफ्रा खड़ा हो जाएगा, नहीं तो क्यों देता ना ऑर्डर? ऑर्डर ही क्यों मिलता? मोस्ट लाइकली एग्जीक्यूट कर देंगे. ठीक है. One more information. Basically, promoter change. Promoter change में क्या होता है? New people come and start running the company. Let's say tomorrow, Mukesh Ambani sir purchases, let's say Byju, right? Will that be good for Byju's investors or not? If this happens, obviously Mukesh Ambani sir is a great promoter. He will run. He will do well with the company, right? If a new great buyer buys a company, typically the buyer is hungry and they will give growth. Is that fair to say that the new buyer is hungry? तभी वो business खरीद रहा है, right? How much money does it take to buy a business? कितना लगता होगा? बहुत लगता है. 100 करोड़ 1000 करोड़ भी लग जाता है. तो business 1000 करोड़ लगा रहे हो तो सोच समझ के लगाएगा ना. The new buyer is obviously hungry for growth. Now, is this clear so far? Is this clear so far? Yes, right. Now, question is, where do you get all this information? And that is where sovereign times comes in. Okay. Now, let us look at sovereign. Okay. Now, let us look at sovereign. Now, we will do the most fun part. And this large order bucket is free for everyone, guys. This bucket is free for everyone. Can you all open large order bucket? You can see on the screen, but this is free. आप log in करेंगे तो free है सबके लिए. Can you see free here? तो सबके लिए free है. Now comes the fun part. Let's do some fun. Okay. Which company got a 340 crore order in the export market? It's fastest finger first. Okay. Let's see who wins. Which company got a 340 crore order in the export market? Which company got a 340 crore order in the export market? Nagesh Bhai has answered it correctly. Zen Technologies. K. Paul Bhai, Arun Bhai, a lot of people have answered correctly. Which company got a 552 crore order from Ministry of Defense? Which company got a 552 crore order from Ministry of Defense? Premier Explosives. 552 crore Premier Explosives. Right? Which company got a 903 crore order for smart meter? Which company got a 903 crore order for smart meter? Lakshya Bhai has given it correctly. HPL Electric and Power. Right? So this is the power of information. Right? Now, okay, let's click on this company. Let us read. Okay. What was the order book of this company as on 23rd May? What was the order book of this company as on 23rd May? Let's take that first. What was the order book of this company on 23rd May? Can you read this and answer the question? Order book of this company on 23rd May. Answer is 70 crore. This company had 15 orders under execution with contract value of 70 crores to be completed in a period of 9 months. What was the order book of this company on 23rd May? 70 crores. What is the order book of this company as on date? This company got a 120 crore order over 4 years. Over 4 years. ये single order है. So 30 crore per year हुआ. 120 crore over 4 years. So 30 crore per year. What is the order book of this company today? Ravindra ji has answered it correctly, 100 crores. 70 on pehle, 23rd May. 30 now, 120 over 4 years, 100 crore. Raghav ji has also answered it correctly. Does everyone agree with 100? 120 over 4 years is 30 crore per year. Plus 70, it's 100. Based on this information, how much revenue will the company do this year? Based on this information, how much revenue will the company do this year? 100 crores. क्योंकि पूरा order book execute हो जाएगा. Based on this information, 100 crores it will do this year, and 30 crore next year, 30 crore next year, 30 crore next year. So, are you able to predict the future with this information? Yes or no? Are you able to predict the information with this information? Yes or no? So, isn't it fascinating that you read something? Now, one more question. Is it guaranteed that the revenue will be 100 crore? Or is it not a guarantee? Is it a guarantee कि 100 crore का revenue आएगा या not a guarantee? It is not a guarantee. What if there is a flood in which this? What if earthquake आ गया इस company के आसपास? What if कुछ भी uncertain event हो गया? It is not guaranteed. It is likely, but not guaranteed. Nothing in stock market is guaranteed. Is this clear? It is likely, but not guaranteed. If the order book is 100 crore and the EBITDA margin is 30%, EBITDA is operating profit. Can you calculate the operating profit of this company at the end of the year? EBITDA is 30%, operating profit is 30%. and revenue is 100 crores. Can you calculate the operating profit of this company? 30 crores. See, you are predicting future now based on information. Are you able to predict future based on information? Yes or no? Is this fun? Is this interesting? Right? It's, you can predict the future with information. Right? Is this a better guess than the crude guess? हमने crude guess भी कैसे remember? जो हमने trends पे कर लिया था. Is this a smarter guess or is it a dumber guess? This is a far more smarter guess. Do you think HNIs do this guessing before investing? Yes or no? All HNIs do this guessing. Every HNI does this guessing. एक HNI, एक professional ऐसे guessing करता है बैठ के. Is investing satta or is investing scientific? Is investing satta or is investing smart? Does it need intelligence and information? Investing is a very smart thing. It is not satta. Share bazaar is not satta bazaar. Share bazaar में पैसा बनता है. Smart लोग का पैसा बनता है. जो calculate करता है उसका पैसा बनता है. It is pure math. Is it complex math? Are we doing calculus here? मैंने कहा आप वीडियो देख लीजिएगा. मैं एक और एग्जांपल और देता हूँ. एक और एग्जांपल I'll give more. Okay. Okay. Right. One more example. Oh, sorry, my bad. मैंने क्या किया? Okay. What is the order book of Premier Explosives as on date? What is the order book of company Premier Explosives as on date based on this information? 1217 crore given ही है, right? तो इस कंपनी का आपको ऑर्डर बुक ही पता है कि भैया 1217 करोड़ आएगा. अच्छा, नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज कि 1217 करोड़ का ना हमें ड्यूरेशन नहीं पता, क्यों कब एग्जीक्यूट होगा. टाइमलाइन नहीं पता है. साइन भाई भी हमें टाइमलाइन ठीक से नहीं पता है 1217 की. क्या हमें 552 की टाइमलाइन पता है? Do we know the timeline for 552 crore? Yes or no? Timeline for 552 is 12 months. Timeline for 86 is how much? Timeline for 86 is also 12 months. Now, one more question. A company has a revenue of 1 lakh crore. It gets a 1 crore order. Is this meaningful information? A company has a revenue of 1 lakh crore. It gets a 1 crore order. Is it meaningful information? No, right? 1 lakh crore का revenue यार, 1 crore का order मिले, क्या मजाक कर रहे हो क्या? मतलब, what is the relevance of this information? Not meaningful. This company got a 86 crore order, okay, on 6th July. Let us look at this company, okay. Dates देखेंगे, okay, dates को check करेंगे. Dates check करना है. What was the price of this company on 6th July? What was the price of this company on 6th July? 465 rupees. 465 rupees. Is 86 crore a meaningful order for this company? 86 crore, was this a meaningful order for this company? 86 crore. Was 86 crore meaningful? 212 पे 86. 40% में तो order मिल गया, single order. Is 552 meaningful? Is 552 meaningful? 552 is so super meaningful. By revenue से double मिल गया. Super meaningful. Now do you know why this company is rising? Now do you know why this company is rising? Now do you know why this company is rising? Yes or no? is this rise logical or not logical? It's a very logical rise. And this is the power of sovereign. We provide this information to you on a daily basis. And I'll show you times, okay? This is हमारा अखबार है ये. हमारा अखबार WhatsApp पे आता है. ठीक है? So let me show this to you. Premier Explosives. ठीक है? On 6th of July, this company got 86.5 crore orders. So you had this information on 6th of July that this company got 86.5 crore orders. And you had this information that the order book was 665 crore. You could have predicted this price rise if the investors did the math properly. Is this clear? Can you appreciate the power of sovereign times? This is meaningful information which you provide. Right? Have you read Sovereign Times? If you haven't read, you can read, right? 20th July, 1 minute. It was published on the same day, exactly, same day. Same day publish हो गया था, 6 जुलाई को ही दे दिया था information. If you want to take sovereign trial, anyone who wants to take sovereign trial can go to sovereign.com. You can take the trial for 400 rupees for. This is how you take the trial for sovereign. Can you see the screen right now? If you want to try out sovereign, full access. See, 400 रुपए हमारा डिस्काउंटेड प्रोडक्ट है, 2 महीने के लिए हम 400 में देते हैं, 1 साल का 5000 रुपए है. ठीक है? It is 5,000 for a year, 400 for 2 months. You can upgrade after you haven't seen the product, right? So we want everyone to experience the product, but this is a one-time offer. आप 400 को दोबारा नहीं ले सकते. You can't take this again. This is the full access for 5,000 for 1 year. ठीक है? So anyone who wants to take a trial, they can go here. 400 रुपए के 2 महीने और 5,000 का 1 साल. अभी और हमारा जो अखबार है वो 1,000 का आता है. तो अगर आपका पोर्टफोलियो थोड़ा 1 लाख रुपए से कम का है तो आप अखबार भी ले सकते हो हमारा. And let me show you Sovereign Times. This is how Sovereign Times looks like. Let me show it to you. धर्म में डिस्काउंट हम नहीं करते, हमारी कंपनी पूरे ट्रस्ट पे चलती है, नंबर सेम रहता है, it's 1 number. Okay. Sovereign Times comes on WhatsApp. This is how Sovereign Times looks like. Can you see the screen, right? ये हर रोज WhatsApp पे आता है. ये देखिए, डीप इंडस्ट्री ने एक जॉइंट वेंचर किया, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन है. फिर इस कंपनी के रिजल्ट्स बहुत अच्छा है, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन है. एंड मैं पूरा सॉवरेन टाइम्स भी पढ़ना सिखाऊंगा. सी सॉवरेन टाइम्स को पढ़ने में ना एफर्ट लगता है, इट्स अ थोड़ा सा इन्वॉल्व्ड थिंग. सो वील टीच हाउ टू रीड सॉवरेन टाइम्स, क्योंकि इट्स अ थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड न्यूज़पेपर, थोड़ा सा पढ़ने में एफर्ट लगता है, मेहनत लगता है, बट मजा आता है पढ़ने में कि भाई क्या हो रहा है. ठीक है? So anyway, I hope this is clear, right? Anyway, so let us look at discovery. Okay. From where do you accumulate this information? We accumulate this information from exchange filings. हम exchange filings में से important information निकाल लेते हैं. Sovereign has only important information. All public information from exchange filings. Source पूरा exchange है. ठीक है? Do you like this information? Yes or no? Sovereign Times is just news. Sovereign Times does not recommend. सुदीप भाई, Sovereign Times से ऊपर जा सकता है, स्टॉक नीचे जा सकता है, हमें प्राइस पे कुछ नहीं पता, हमें बिजनेस, हम न्यूज देते हैं. Sovereign is a news agency and nothing else. It's a knowledge platform, information platform. Right? Now let us look at more information. Okay. And large order तो फ्री है, तो आप सब लोग देख सकते हैं. ठीक है? We also cover sector wise, वो भी देखेंगे. Okay. Which company raised 140 crores from preferential? Which company raised 140 crores from preferential? Prabhudev ji has answered it correctly. Prabhudev bhai, it's Som Distillery. Fastest finger first, guys. Fastest finger first. देखते कौन जल्दी करता है. Which company raised 18 crores through preferential? 18 crores through preferential. Prabhudev bhai guessed it correctly. It's Rama Steel Tubes. Rama Steel Tubes. Which company raised 289 crore through preferential? 289 crore through preferential. 289 crore through preferential. Nagesh bhai has guessed it correctly. It's Titagarh Wagons. It's Titagarh Wagons. Which company raised 27 crore from preferential? 27 crore from preferential. BW. BW, who guessed it first? K. Paul bhai guessed it first. Okay. Right. And see, we have a self-help tool also. ये मैं advanced session में सिखाऊंगा. Will you be attending the advanced session? Yes or no? Will you be attending the advanced session? See, advanced session is a lot of fun. Advanced session is super fun. मतलब मजा आ जाएगा. And I hope this is fun also. मुझे तो बहुत मजा आता है पढ़ाने में. But advanced session is super fun. Advanced session is next Sunday. That's correct. उसकी recording भी पड़ी है. See, one more thing. Sovereign में सारी recordings भी होती हैं. अब तो मैं YouTube पे डाल दूंगा. But Sovereign के अंदर भी recordings पड़ी हैं. ये आपको दिख जाएगा यहाँ पे recordings है session की. और मेरा हर सेशन डिफरेंट होता है क्योंकि मैं एग्जांपल्स अपने मन से लेता हूँ. आई डोंट प्रिपेयर फॉर सेशन, जो दिमाग में आते बोल देता हूँ. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट कि आप सेशन मल्टीपल बार अटेंड कर सकते हैं. आई थिंक पीपल ऑलवेज फाइंड इट. वो रिकॉर्डिंग्स यहाँ पे पड़ी हैं. ठीक है. एंड मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल पे भी रिकॉर्डिंग पड़ी है. फ्री एजुकेशन का आई डोंट वांट टू चार्ज. आई मेड इट फ्री. माय टाइम इज फ्री. आई टेक स्पेसेस आल्सो. आई विल पुट एवरीथिंग ऑन यूट्यूब. So investing, I want every Indian to learn the right form of investing. It is free. Tell your friends, tell your family about it. Everyone can come to the workshop. I am here every Saturday, Sunday. I teach. मुझे अच्छा लगता है. मुझे मजा आता है. My vision is that everyone learns investing. So that is why it's my passion. I like teaching also. And you can see the recordings here also and on YouTube also. ठीक है. Anyway, so I think this is clear. Okay, let's look at more information. Which company set up a brand store under Bajaj Electronics? Which company set up a brand store under Bajaj Electronics? Kumar bhai has guessed it fastest. Electronic Marts India. Electronic Smart India, right? Which company got into EV charger business recently? Which company got into EV charger business recently? Spectrum is the correct answer. Prabhudev bhai guessed it first. Okay. Which company got a new product in the name of JARS? JARS. Which company launched a new product in the name of JARS? JRS. Abhishek Integration. Nagesh bhai has guessed it correctly. It's Abhishek Integration. And Richa ji has also guessed it correctly. Right. So I hope you understand the power of information. Right. And we also saw Phantom का तो हमने revenue predict कर दिया, right? Next class में हम थोड़ा prediction सीखेंगे और we will learn prediction more in the next class. But what's the learning? I want future information. I want future information. I want future information. I want future information. Can we all write this down? Because that will help me to predict the future. I want future information. 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 ठीक है? And this is why it is important to read Sovereign Times, because it has future information. So I request everyone to read Sovereign Times, and in this and like we repeat, I will read Sovereign Times. I will read Sovereign Times. I will read Sovereign Times. And you should read it every day. It's like a newspaper, read it every day. You'll stay informed. I will read Sovereign Times. 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 Can we all write this down so that we all read Sovereign Times? Information सारा वहीं पे आता है. I will read Sovereign Times. 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 Right? So, I hope this is clear and why information is important. Right? What is the WhatsApp number of Sovereign Times? You can buy from website. Number चाहिए तो 9289466448 ये number. ठीक है? This is a number. इससे हम group में add करते हैं. What is the difference between 2-month access, full year access? Same ही है. 2-month access is just discounted. हम चाहते हैं कि सब ट्राई कर लें तो पैसा खर्चा ना हो ट्राई करने में, तो 2 मंथ सस्ता कर रखा है. एक ही एक्सेस है, फुल एक्सेस है 5,000 रुपए का साल का. सो है सेम ही चीज. 2 मंथ भी सेम है, फुल एक्सेस भी सेम है. 2 मंथ यू कांट टेक अगेन, तो आप दोबारा नहीं ले पाओगे. तो वो है कि भाई आप ये प्रोडक्ट दुनिया में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है. इट्स एन इंडियन इनोवेशन कि भाई हम क्यूरेटेड नॉलेज प्लेटफॉर्म बना रहे हैं. तो इट इज एंड इसको पढ़ने में दिक्कत आती है क्योंकि आपको समझना चाहिए ना इन्वेस्टिंग अच्छे से, इसलिए डिस्काउंट कर रखा है कि आपकी पूरी हैबिट बन जाए. ठीक है? तो या हाउ डू आई सी माइक्रो कैप फ्यूचर इन इंडिया? माइक्रो कैप्स विल डू फैंटास्टिकली वेल. 10 साल बाद यू विल सी कि भाई नेक्स्ट स्टार्ट न्यूज़पेपर इज फ्री ऑन व्हाट्सएप. फ्री कुछ नहीं है. सी फ्री भी में बिलीव नहीं करते. आई डोंट बिलीव इन फ्रीबीज. एजुकेशन मुझे लगता है सबको अफोर्डेबली मिलना चाहिए. एजुकेशन में मैं माय टाइम इज फ्री बट आई हैव अ टीम, उनका मुझे सैलरी देना होता है. तो न्यूज़पेपर इज नॉट फ्री, इट इज चार्ज एट 1000 पर ईयर. फुल एक्सेस फॉर 5000 पर ईयर. फुल एक्सेस में डिस्कवरी भी आता है, सब कुछ आता है मेरे वेबसाइट. ठीक है? तो anyway, so I hope that is clear. Next thing, who has more information, HNIs or retail? HNIs, high net worth individuals. Who has more information, HNIs or retail? It is HNIs. HNIs have more information, right? Do you know that stock market is the only place where HNIs work for retail? Stock market is the only place where HNIs or super rich people work for retail. And how? Okay. Let me give an example. Okay. Let me give an example. We go to Discovery. And where do we find this information? Curated bulk. Okay. Fastest finger first again. Which company did Rajesh Singla buy for 63 lakh rupees? Which company did Rajesh Singla buy for 63 lakh rupees? Shashad Bhai guessed it fastest, rest 10. Which company did Ashish Kacholia buy for 13 crore? Which company did Ashish Kacholia buy for 13 crore? It's 13 crore mein it is Vasa Dental. Which company did Society General buy for 46 crore? Which company did Society General buy for 46 crore? 46 crore. 46 crore. JBP room, Mayank Shah bhai guessed it first, it's Capacite Infra Projects. Okay. Now, let us, have you ever spoken to Society Generale? Have you ever spoken to Society Generale? Yes or no? Have you spoken to Society Generale? I have not. Most likely, none of us have, right? But today we will guess their minds. Okay. अरे भाई मेरे पास तो एक्सेस है, क्या कर रहा है? ये क्या कर दिया? Just give me 1 second. कहाँ पे थे हम? सॉरी माय बैड। वर्ल्ड डील में कैपेसाइट। Now tell me, why did society generally buy this company? Why did society generally buy this company? Can you see a lot of large orders? Can you see a lot of large orders here? 224, 474, 453, 181. Can you see a lot of large orders? So without meeting society generale, we can guess their minds. Can you guess the minds of society generale people? Yes or no? Can you guess कि उनके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है? Can you guess कि उनके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है? Yes or no? उन्होंने ऑर्डर बुक पे खरीदा है, राइट? तो दिस इज हाउ यू गेस what is happening in the minds of large people, of these people. Can you guess an HNI's mind now? Can you guess an HNI's mind now? Yes or no? Right? You can guess HNI's mind now. It's fairly straightforward, right? इसमें सोसाइटी जनरल ठीक है, इसमें तो मुकुल भाव, इसमें तो आशीष नहीं, कौन है, मुकुल अग्रवाल भी ऐसी स्टॉक में, तो उन्होंने भी काफी स्टेक बढ़ाया है, राइट? तो एक और क्वेश्चन, इज कैपेसिटी इंफ्रा, इज दिस कंपनी अ प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड कंपनी? Is this company a profit uptrend company? Yes or no? Can you see a profit uptrend in this company? Yes or no? It recently started the profit uptrend, right? It recently started the profit uptrend, right? So will you make HNIs work for you? Will you make HNIs work for you? So let us write this down. I will make HNIs work for me. 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 Can we all write this down? थोड़ा जल्दी करेंगे सेशन, मैंने काफी लेट कर लिया है, I think. Can everyone write this down? Is this a fun session so far? तो I think थोड़ा जल्दी जल्दी करते हैं. So I hope this is clear. Okay. Anyway, next question. We do get sell data sometimes. Can you suggest EKI? I don't suggest, Vikash bhai. I don't suggest stocks. तो एक बार बताइए, is robotics an emerging sector? Yes or no? Is robotics an emerging sector? Yes or no? Is drone an emerging sector? Is drone an emerging sector? Yes or no? Drones. And guys, can you have more? Can everyone comment? Because my energy dips. I have been talking for 2.5 hours now. My energy has gone down. So can you interact more? That will sort of help me and motivate, keep me motivated, right? Everyone is listening, right? Is drone emerging? Yes. Is robotic emerging? Yes. Is defense emerging? Yes or no? Defense. Defense is emerging. Is paper emerging? Paper emerging? पेपर तो नॉर्मल ही है, नॉर्मल पेपर. इज सीमेंट एमर्जिंग? सीमेंट. इज सीमेंट एमर्जिंग? सीमेंट नॉर्मल है, हमेशा से था. सीमेंट वाज देयर इन द वर्ल्ड पहले भी, सीमेंट विल बी देयर इन द वर्ल्ड टुमारो आल्सो. क्या रोबोट्स 20 साल पहले थे? नहीं थे. रोबोट्स आएंगे. रेलवेज एमर्जिंग? यस और नो? रेलवेज एमर्जिंग? यस, रेलवेज एमर्जिंग. रेलवे इज एमर्जिंग. Is wind energy emerging? Yes or no? Wind energy. Wind energy. Yes. होटल emerging है कि नहीं है? होटल is not emerging. नॉर्मल सेक्टर है, पहले भी था, कल भी रहेगा. होटल्स में कुछ emerging नहीं है, नॉर्मल. Emerging sectors are future sectors. जो फ्यूचर में बड़े होने वाले आज बहुत छोटे हैं। Which will grow faster, emerging sector या non emerging sector? Which will grow faster, emerging sector, non emerging sector? How to know which sectors are emerging? Emerging sectors will grow fast. How to know which are emerging? Let's look at sovereign. Sovereign में discovery में जाएंगे. Can you see the sectors? Railways is emerging. 5G emerging. Semiconductor emerging. NBFC में SME lending emerging होता है. Electrical vehicle energy, electric vehicle emerging. Green energy emerging. Electrification emerging. Defense emerging. Capital goods emerging. Next tech emerging. Full list of emerging sectors. Infra is not emerging, I think. Baki, apart from infra, almost everything is emerging. Can you see the list of emerging sectors here, everyone? Right. So emerging sectors, everyone can see. Right. So now let us go back to this. Learning is, I love emerging sectors. 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 Right. Bit faster please. Jaldi karta hu, sorry. This is a checklist. This is a summary of the session. Good valuation. P should be less than 30. Profit uptrend is very important. I want future information. Very important. HNI help. HNI help and future information are almost interchangeable. Because HNIs have future information, but preferably you should have both of them. Okay. First three are most important. HNI help is optional and sector is important as well. But I think it's optional according to me. Okay. So preferably all five. This is a checklist of a good stock. ये पांचों होना चाहिए. Good valuation, profit uptrend, future information, HNI buying, great sector. Profit uptrend, good valuation, future information, HNI buying, great sector. ये हमने यही चीजें पढ़ी हैं. Have you studied all this today? Have you studied all this today? Yes, right? Okay. Now, this is a summary of the session. This is a summary of the session. Evergreen business, profit uptrend, good valuation, future information, HNI buying, great sector. Profit uptrend, good valuation, future information, HNI buying, great sector. Profit uptrend, good valuation, future information, HNI buying, great sector. Profit uptrend, good valuation, future information, HNI buying, great sector. अब इसको हम पढ़ते हैं सॉवरेन टाइम्स में. ठीक है. फिर सॉवरेन टाइम्स व्हाट्सएप में ज्यादा मजा आता है पढ़ने में. चलो व्हाट्सएप इस पे पढ़ लेते हैं. ठीक है. ओके, लेट्स एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. एंड मैं सारे बैक डेटेड लूंगा एग्जांपल्स, बिकॉज मुझे फ्रंट डेट में एग्जांपल्स लेने नहीं है. I will take only backdated examples. Okay. This company had given a fantastic results on May 22. It had a long-term profit uptrend. Profits बढ़ रहे थे. Short term में भी profits बढ़ रहे थे. P very low था. Futuristic sector था. HNI buying भी था. और future information भी था. Did it check every box that we had? Did this company check every box we had? Yes or no? This company checked almost every box we had as on this date, May 22. तब से P बढ़ गया है. अभी P बढ़ा हुआ है. Structural business है, wind energy है. विंड एनर्जी स्ट्रक्चरल, इसमें क्या सीजनैलिटी? ओके, व्हाट वाज द प्राइस? 203, टुडे द प्राइस इज 360, राइट? ऑब्वियसली अब पी काफी बढ़ गया है, हो सकता है अभी भी अंडर वैल्यूड हो सकता है ना, मुझे नहीं पता, बट तब से काफी बढ़ गया है पी बेसिक, राइट? अरे यार, राइट, दिस इज हाउ वी डू बेसिक स्टॉक पिकिंग। ओके, तो is this clear how you can read sovereign times and pick stocks? It was checking almost everything. कभी कभी होते 4 चेक होते हैं, 5 चेक होते हैं, तो थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन होता है क्या करना है, बट पिकिंग ऐसी होती है, ठीक है? अब क्या होता है कि ये तो बेसिक है थोड़ा, एक साइंटिफिक तरीका क्या है कि हम 1 साल बाद का प्रॉफिट प्राइस प्रेडिक्ट करें, ठीक है? यू शुड प्ले विद दिस टूल, ओके? अगर, बट प्रेफरेबली सेकंड सेशन के बाद करना, इट्स अ फ्री टूल, आप प्ले कर सकते हो, ठीक है? सो व्हाट दिस टूल डज इज, फॉर एग्जांपल, ईक्विटी तो प्रॉफिट गिर रहा है ना विकास भाई, प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड का है, ईक्विटी में प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड ही नहीं बचा। सॉवरेन टाइम्स कम्स डेली ऑन व्हाट्सएप, सॉवरेन टाइम्स व्हाट्सएप पे डेली आता है, ठीक है? आई विल गिव एन एग्जांपल, हाइपोथेटिकल कंपनी, 500 crore market cap, share price is let's say 50, TTM sales is 100, profit is 20 crores, last quarter profit is 25 crores, fair P is 30, तो ये आपको बता देगा एक्सपेक्टेड 1 year फॉरवर्ड नेट प्रॉफिट इज 100, 25 into 4, जो हमने सीखा था, राइट? हमने बोला था कि हम प्रेडिक्ट करेंगे, 25 into 4 कर देंगे, तो आपको पूरा मैथ्स दे देगा करके, बट ये टूल हम सेकंड क्लास में सीखेंगे। आप खेल सकते हो, अभी मत खेलना, गलत खेल जाओगे, थोड़ा सा खतरनाक टूल है, तो यू कैन प्ले विद दिस, मजा आएगा खेलने में, बट इट्स अ रिस्की टॉय, अगर खेलना नहीं आता तो मत खेलना, मतलब दिस इज मनी, हार्ड अर्न मनी, don't play if you don't understand what this tool is doing. I will teach this tool in the next class. It's a free tool, ठीक है? इसका कोई वो नहीं है, इसमें आप बहुत कुछ खेल सकते हो, you can play with capacity expansion. Let's say this is hypothetical number, 50% capacity expansion, fair P 30, calculate, अपने आप बता देगा, 100 का 150 कर दिया, प्रॉफिट 30 crore हो गया, 1 year forward market cap is 870, upside potential 74%, price is 87, देख रहे हो? 100 से 50% कैपेसिटी एक्सपेंशन करके आपको बता देगा क्या हो रहा है, राइट? तो विकास भाई सेक्टर ग्रोइंग से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड होना चाहिए। अच्छा, एक स्टॉक बताइए, विकास भाई एक स्टॉक पूछ रहे हैं, ठीक है? विकास भाई की मदद करते हैं, डज दिस कंपनी हैव प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड? डज दिस कंपनी हैव प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड, यस और नो? डज दिस कंपनी हैव प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड? डाउन ट्रेंड, इट्स अ डाउन ट्रेंड कंपनी, एंड हमने क्या सीखा? प्रॉफिट गिरेगा तो प्राइस गिरेगा, प्रॉफिट गिर रहा है, क्या प्राइस गिरना चाहिए? क्या प्राइस गिर रहा है, ये सर नो? प्रॉफिट गिरा, प्राइस गिरा, प्रॉफिट बढ़ा तो प्राइस बढ़ा, इट्स एज सिंपल एज दैट, देख रहे हैं? प्रॉफिट गिरा तो प्राइस गिरा, प्रॉफिट बढ़ा तो प्राइस बढ़ा, राइट? सो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी वेरी सिंपल, ओके? सो ये हमारा हो गया वो, तो सॉवरेन टाइम्स आप पढ़ सकते हो, नेट प्रॉफिट, ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट, दोनों भारत भाई, दोनों प्रोपोर्शनल होते हैं नॉर्मली। कैन यू रीड सॉवरेन टाइम्स नाउ, यस और नो? कैन यू रीड सॉवरेन टाइम्स, यस और नो? ट्राई करना, थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा बट मजा आएगा, कर सकते हैं। विल यू रीड सॉवरेन टाइम्स, राइट? वेयर टू रीड, आप ट्रायल ले सकते हैं भारत भाई, आप ट्रायल ले लीजिए, आपको हर रोज व्हाट्सएप पे आ जाएगा। सो एनीवन हु टेक्स अ ट्रायल, व्हाट्सएप पे आते हैं सॉवरेन टाइम्स, ठीक है? ठीक है, सॉवरेन टाइम्स कवर्स एवरीथिंग बिलो 10,000 crore मार्केट कैप, इवेंचुअली हम सब कवर करेंगे, बट अभी, अच्छा एक और क्वेश्चन, बेसिक क्वेश्चन, वन क्वेश्चन, प्रॉफिट को 1 लाख से 10 लाख करना आसान है या 100 करोड़ से 1000 करोड़ करना? व्हाट इज इजियर? 1 लाख से 10 लाख करना आसान है प्रॉफिट या 100 करोड़ से 1000 करोड़? 1 से 10 लाख, 1 to 10 लाख, प्राइस दोनों में 10x होगा। इज दैट करेक्ट? प्राइस दोनों में 10x होगा। 1 लाख टू 10 लाख करो या 100 करोड़ टू 1000 करोड़ करो, प्राइस में 10x होना है। इजियर इज 1 लाख टू 10 लाख। तो रिटर्न कौन सी कंपनी ज्यादा देगी? छोटी कंपनी हमेशा ज्यादा रिटर्न देगी, अब क्योंकि छोटी कंपनी का बेस छोटा होता है। That is why big money is always in small caps. Warren Buffett started in micro caps. All good investors started in micro caps. What is the market cap I prefer? I prefer less than 10,000 crore. मेरे को तो पर्सनली 500 करोड़ से छोटा चलता है। तो ठीक है। Anyway, see, this is important. We have to learn this. What is our thesis? Our thesis is profit uptrend. Right? What do we fear? We fear profit downtrends, or we fear sudden drop in profits. Is that logical? If your thesis is uptrend, what will you fear? Sudden drop in profits. Right? What is sudden drop? What percentage is sudden drop? Right? आप बोलोगे यार sudden drop में sudden का क्या मतलब होता है या कितना परसेंट? 30%. 30 का मैजिक देख रहे हो? 30 is a magical number. More than 30% I get scared. More than 30% I get scared. ठीक है? तो just to show an example. Okay. Sorry. Is this a profit uptrend stock? Yes or no? Is this a profit uptrend stock? Yes or no? Is this a profit uptrend stock? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, right? Is this a can you see a profit uptrend in quarterly numbers also? Can you see a profit uptrend in quarterly numbers also? Yes or no? Yearly में दिखा, quarterly में भी दिख रहा है. Can we see a profit uptrend in quarterly also? Is this a sudden big drop? Is this 54 a sudden big drop? It is not. It's a हल्का फुल्का, इतना चलता है. 5-10% ऊपर नीचे, 10%, 20% चलता है. 10% drop is not a big drop. Okay. Can I show you an example of a big drop? Yes, I will. Did this company have a profit uptrend till here? Did this company have a profit uptrend till here? Yes or no? Its quarterly profits. Did this company have profit uptrend till here? Was this a sudden big drop? Was this a sudden big drop? 9 to 5. And see what happened after. The drop continued. It's a 40% drop here, roughly, right? This is a sudden big drop. Okay. Can you see a sudden big drop? Yes or no? Can everyone see a sudden big drop? Yes or no? Okay. Now the question is, आपने बहुत सारे सवाल आंसर किए, एक सवाल है, when to enter, when to exit is the question. When to enter, when to exit. How to identify such drops first? करना नहीं है, रिजल्ट आने के बाद हो जाएगा. रिजल्ट आया, दिख गया, ड्रॉप हो गया, निकल जाएंगे. Okay. All I will make a statement. You have to tell whether it is a good statement or not. All 10-year uptrends will start with a 2-quarter uptrend. All 10-year uptrends start with a 2-quarter uptrend. Is that correct or not? 10 साल का अगर uptrend है, तो पहले कभी वो quarterly uptrend भी तो आया होगा. Yes, all long-term uptrends start with short-term uptrends. Okay, तो short-term में भी profit बढ़ना चालू होगा, तभी long-term में बढ़ेगा. How many quarters of uptrend can be the beginning of a long-term uptrend? The answer is 2 quarters. When was uptrend in this company established? When was uptrend in this company established? Was it established after March 21? Was the uptrend started? Did the uptrend start in March 21? Yes or no? आपको uptrend दिख रहा है, right? Uptrend confirmation happened after March 21 कि uptrend में है. Is that clear? Yes. Let's say हमने स्टॉक March 21 के बाद खरीदा होता. March 21 का रिजल्ट आता है May 21 में. देख लेते क्या होता. तो हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी क्या करती है, हमें May 21 में खरीदवाती और जून के रिजल्ट के बाद गिरवा देती. राइट, जून का रिजल्ट आता है अगस्त 22 में. तो देखते अगर हमने स्टॉक को May 21 में खरीदा होता और अगस्त 22 में बेचा होता तो पैसा बनता कि नहीं बनता. ठीक है, देख लेते हैं. May 21 में प्राइस क्या था? 22 रुपीज, 25 रुपीज. कैन एवरीवन सी May 21 प्राइस? 25 रुपीज. May 21 में खरीदा होता, अगस्त 22 में बेचा होता. अगस्त 22 में प्राइस क्या था? 416. कितना पैसा बनता? 20 रुपए से 416 रुपए. कितने गुना पैसा बनता? 25 रुपए से 416 रुपए. कितने गुना पैसा बनता? We would have made 15-16x, right? Should we compare year on year or quarter on quarter? Preferably quarter on quarter. वही मैंने सिखाया था कि सीजनल बिजनेस में ईयर ऑन ईयर करना पड़ेगा, एवरग्रीन में क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर करना पड़ेगा. एवरग्रीन में क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर. ओके, लेट्स से अ कंपनी नेवर ड्रॉप्स प्रॉफिट्स. तो क्या हम उसको बेचेंगे कभी? इफ अ कंपनी नेवर ड्रॉप्स प्रॉफिट्स, वी विल नेवर सेल इट. वी विल राइड इट टिल एटर्निटी. We will ride a good company till eternity, till we encounter a sudden big drop in profits. मिनिमम मार्केट कैप यू फॉलो. भाई मैं तो 50 करोड़ की भी कंपनियां खरीदता हूँ, मतलब ठीक है. ठीक है. तो क्या बोल रहा था मैं? एग्जिट के लिए वन बिग ड्रॉप. एग्जिट के लिए वन बिग ड्रॉप. व्हाट इज आवर एग्जिट स्ट्रैटेजी? दिस इज आवर एग्जिट स्ट्रैटेजी. सडन बिग ड्रॉप इन प्रॉफिट्स. हमें वेट नहीं करना 2 क्वार्टर. भाई ड्रॉप में ना खत्म हो जाता है वो सीधा. कॉस्मोफेराइट में देखा ना, 5 से 1 आ गया था. वन सडन बिग ड्रॉप, वी आर आउट. वन सडन बिग ड्रॉप, वी आर आउट. ठीक है. इज दिस क्लियर? इज द एग्जिट स्ट्रैटेजी क्लियर? यस और नो? कैन वी राइट दिस डाउन? I fear sudden big drop in profits. I fear sudden big drop in profits. I fear sudden big drop in profits. Guys, questions बहुत आ रहे हैं, मैं पढ़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ. Which platform can we buy SME stocks? जीरोधा पे खरीद सकते हो दीपक भाई, जीरोधा पे. Buy at one go, tranches में खरीदना. Can we write this down? I fear sudden big drop in profits. 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 एवरग्रीन में क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर, सीजनल में ईयर ऑन ईयर कंपेयर करना पड़ता है. ठीक है. ओके, नाउ वन क्वेश्चन, और आई विल गिव माय ओन एग्जांपल. ये कंपनी ना मैंने मार्च के बाद खरीदी थी. ओके, मार्च तक भी अप ट्रेंड था तो मैंने मार्च के बाद खरीदी. खरीदते ही डाउन ट्रेंड आ गया, किस्मत खराब थी मेरी, तो मैंने बेच के खत्म कर दिया अपना लॉस. तो आप, इट डजंट मैटर इफ यू आर इन प्रॉफिट और लॉस इन अ कंपनी. सडन बिग ड्रॉप, यू गो आउट, अदरवाइज आपका पैसा खत्म भी हो सकता है. ठीक है. इट डज नॉट मैटर इफ यू आर इन अ प्रॉफिट और अ लॉस. Go out when you see a sudden big drop. Okay, that is important. Someone can say कि uptrend तो यहाँ तक था, मैंने खुद ने मार्च के बाद लिया था और फिर इसके बाद में निकल गया था. कॉस्मोफेराइट है, कॉस्मोफेराइट. ठीक है. एनीवे तो लॉस में आप बुक कर सकते हो. वन क्वेश्चन, वन पॉइंट, साइकोलॉजी में लॉस बुकिंग इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन प्रॉफिट बुकिंग. लॉस बुकिंग इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन प्रॉफिट बुकिंग. ओके, मेक द विनर्स रियली बिग. जब तक प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड रहेगा हम इनफाइनाइटली राइड करेंगे. जब तक प्रॉफिट अपट्रेंड रहेगा हम इनफाइनाइटली राइड करेंगे. इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? वी विल नॉट सेल टिल समथिंग बैड हैपेंस इन रिजल्ट्स. अगर क्या निफ्टी के ऊपर नीचे जाने से फर्क पड़ता है? व्हाट इफ पी स्ट्रेच्ड? भारत भाई अच्छा सवाल है, अगली क्लास में आंसर करेंगे. Results is a bad results is the only reason to exit. Yes, that's correct, Sayan bhai. Does Nifty impact your stock? Does Nifty impact your stock? Does Nifty impact your stock? Yes or no? It does not. No one cares about Nifty. Ignore the noise. Nifty ऊपर जा रहा है, नीचे जा रहा है, ये हो रहा है भाई, फर्क नहीं पड़ता, हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ठीक है, तो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. अब नेक्स्ट तो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन गैम्बलिंग एंड इन्वेस्टिंग. रिसेशन इंडिया में नहीं आएगा लक्ष्य भाई. इंडिया में कहाँ रिसेशन? हम अभी ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी है. यूएस का रिसेशन से हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. भारत देश बड़ा होएगा. आप मेरे से लिख के ले लो, 10 साल बाद भारत देश बहुत बड़ा देश होगा. हम 20 साल बाद हम एक सुपर पावर होंगे. शायद हम सबसे बड़ी सुपर पावर में से एक होंगे 20-30 साल बाद. तो इंडिया ने तो बड़ा होना है. आई एम वेरी बुलिश ऑन इंडिया. आई थिंक इंडियंस आर द स्मार्टेस्ट पीपल. हम काफी स्मार्ट लोग हैं जो इस कॉल पे बैठे हैं. हमारा कंट्री बहुत स्मार्ट है. India will be a superpower. India is a superpower also right now, but India will be a really big superpower in the future. In comparison with, मतलब US के टक्कर के होंगे हम in some time. ठीक है. Anyway, one thing, never ever have less than 10 stocks in the portfolio. 10 स्टॉक से कम का पोर्टफोलियो आप नहीं बना सकते. 5 स्टॉक के सट्टाबाजी, 3 स्टॉक के सट्टाबाजी, 1 स्टॉक के सट्टाबाजी. You have to diversify. You have to have 10 stocks in the portfolio, at least 10. अगर बड़े पोर्टफोलियो है, अगर 10 लाख से ऊपर का है तो 20 से 30 स्टॉक रखो. 10 to 30 is a good number. What is a good number? 10 to 30. 10 से कम तो हो ही नहीं सकता. अगर किसी का 1.2 करोड़ का पोर्टफोलियो है, मेरे हिसाब से 20 is a good number. 20-25. 25 से ऊपर नहीं करना चाहिए. 25 is a good number according to आदित्य भाई. और if you are a beginner, always have equal allocations. Always have equal allocations if you are a beginner. Never have unequal allocations. मैंने बहुत सोचा है. Equal allocation is the best idea if you are a beginner. Unequal allocations don't work. Preferably have equal allocations. अगर किसी का 1 करोड़ का पोर्टफोलियो है, 5 लाख रुपए 20 स्टॉक में डाल दो. That's like the equal allocation is the way. The learning is I will diversify. 10 से कम आप नहीं रख सकते. 30 से ज्यादा preferably मत रखना. 10 से 30 is the number. I will diversify. 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 Small base है भारत भाई. 10 से कम तो आप नहीं रख सकते. 10 से कम स्टॉक्स नहीं रख सकते पोर्टफोलियो में, क्योंकि वो फिर समझेगा नहीं क्या हो रहा है पोर्टफोलियो में. ठीक है. Can we write I will diversify? I will diversify. I will diversify. I will diversify. I will diversify. Why isn't 10 a problem if you done a study correctly properly? नहीं होता वैभव भाई, मुश्किल होता है. 10 से कम मत रखो. मतलब डर लगेगा आपको, साइकोलॉजी आपकी आ जाएगी. 5 स्टॉक में डर लगता है. अनलेस आप एकदम पत्थर के बने हो, जब पैसा नीचे आते ना डर लगता है. सबको लगता है. सबको 15 स्टॉक है डर नहीं लगेगा पोर्टफोलियो में. 5 है ना डर लगेगा. जब वो नीचे जाएगा ना डर लगेगा. तो डर से डरना नहीं होता है. स्टॉक मार्केट में डर बहुत आता है. पैसा नीचे आता है डर लगता है, इसलिए नहीं करना चाहिए. डर में गलत इमोशन में इंसान हमेशा गलत डिसीजन लेता है. तो डर से मत डरो. डर से डरने का तरीका ये है कि आप आई विल डाइवर्सिफाई करो. ठीक है. सेशन हो गया है. अब मैं आपको एक आध स्टॉक और दिखाता हूँ. एक आध अपना पोर्टफोलियो का स्टॉक दिखाता हूँ. एलोकेशंस, इक्वल एलोकेशंस. आई डोंट डू पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यू. DIY इन्वेस्टिंग प्लेटफॉर्म है, सब खुद करना. आई डोंट डू पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यूज. हमारी कंपनी वो नहीं करती पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यूज. वन मोर वो You can see my portfolio on Twitter as well. So I'll just give you an example of how I write. Okay. Google Aditya Joshi trend line. Trend line. Trend line. Okay. I'll just show you an example. You can see my deals also. मैं जो बोलता हूँ मैं publicly भी वही करता हूँ. See Nirman Agri. You can see I purchased at $60. 60 रुपए मैंने खरीदा था. अभी तक मैं राइड कर रहा हूँ. अभी वो 195 रुपीज का है. तो 3x हो चुका है. पब्लिक रिकॉर्ड है. इट्स अ पब्लिक ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड. यू कैन सी 60 रुपए में लिया था. अभी तक मैं राइड कर रहा हूँ. क्वालिटी एरो में पथेटिक रिजल्ट आ गया था. सडन बिग ड्रॉप इन प्रॉफिट्स. आई एग्जिटेड एट अ स्मॉल लॉस. आप मेरा पीएनएल, कैन यू कैलकुलेट माय पीएनएल ऑन दिस स्टॉक? आप कर सकते हैं. 60 रुपए से 190 रुपए, 130 इनटू 31,200 कर लीजिए. लगभग 40-50 लाख का प्रॉफिट हो रखा है स्टॉक में. ठीक है. मेरा खुद का आई हैव मोर देन 10 करोड़ पोर्टफोलियो. तो आई डू पब्लिक इन्वेस्टिंग एज वेल. प्योरली इंफॉर्मेशन ड्रिवन इन्वेस्टिंग is what I do as well. And do I follow technical analysis? Not. I don't follow technicals much. Okay. So I hope this is clear. I practice what I preach. So you can see my record as well. You can ask questions to me also. I typically answer as well. Yeah. What is my CAGR? My CAGR in the last 2 years has been almost 70%. I started microcaps 2 years back. उससे पहले मेरा CAGR कम रहता था. 2 साल में 70% के करीब अपना पर्सनल CAGR. So I have more than tripled my personal wealth through investing. Those are my numbers. So I hope that is clear. Stop share. So I think I'll stop. I think the